Hello. Welcome to the first live show. Hello, my friends. It's been a minute. If you guys could have access to the circus before I click go live, you would be on the floor. I got my classy wine glass. This is vodka and cranberry. I ordered a desk. It did not come yet. I gotta find a way to look at the camera because I'm also looking at my laptop. But I think what I'm gonna do is have it connect to the TV. That way I'm looking up and looking at the camera so y'all not getting this view the whole time. But anyway, our special guest is making himself look presentable. I know I said that I was gonna get him to shave, but that didn't happen. So he's gonna look less Neanderthal for you. That's what he's doing upstairs. I do have a filter that says like fix my appearance on, but I have it on moderate. I don't have it on full glam. Just to soften out some of these, acne scars that I have from using Neutrogena and Clean and Clear. That shit didn't do nothing. But anywho, oh, what is that? Okay. So as we wait for our guest, we're here. I know. I'll be talking to myself for a while. But guess what? I've been talking to myself. I'm going to keep talking to myself. I'm drinking this way too fast. Behind it is my step turtle. I'm his stepmama. He came with my husband. He's from a prior relationship, but I love him like my own. So let's add this to the stage. I made slides, y'all, because I'm a super geek. I made slides. The only thing is, I figured it out. How am I going to change the slide? Next week, when my friend Ronald comes, he's next week, we're going to have this all together. We're going to have this all together. And I'm going to figure out how to do the loop. I might pay for the upgrade. I don't know. Oh, our special guest is coming. Do me a favor. You now my producer. I need you to tilt the camera this way so they can see you a little bit. Just tilt the whole ring light. I think that way. Keep moving. You're sitting over here. There we go. There we go. Go back over there. I don't want them to see it too messy a little bit, but they see it. There we go. Perfect. You like the setup? Don't be laughing. Don't be laughing. What do you want to do? You want to make yourself a drink first? You can't use that glass? You don't want this on, guys. How's the sound? I don't know because nobody is here. Nobody's in. Nobody's in. So I can't ask y'all how the sound is because there is no y'alls. Nope.
So we're live for us?
Yeah, it's like if we were recording. Just pretend we're recording. Ta-da! This is my husband. Hello, husband.
Hello, everyone.
Why you moved over? You got to go over this way.
This way?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
Show the people we together.
Mm-hmm. Oh, see, when I look at it, I'm blocked by both ways.
When you look in here?
Yeah, when I look. So
oh, no, but
I'm looking this way.
Yeah.
I took photography. I should know these things.
I think you have a bachelor's in it.
Right.
I did do mirror. So I could be on this side because if I didn't click mirror, I'd be on the other side. But I want to be on this side because it was confusing me. All right, you wanna just start with my slides because I know you're very shy and
Go
you're.
ahead.
I had to do the slides, or else he'll sit there the whole time. He won't say nothing.
I like to look pretty.
No, you don't. Oh, no, let's do.
Good picture.
That's a good picture. You want to tell them about this picture?
This past Christmas, the grandma took the kids out shopping, and I got that as my present.
No, you got the
Yeah.
hat as
The
your
hat,
present.
yeah.
Yes, the kids gave us the hat.
The Grinch hat.
Yes.
They said, "Look, it's your friend."
Yes.
Me and the Grinch are pals.
Yes. All right. So, first slide, the introduction. Do you want to tell the story? How did we meet? I think you should tell the story. How did we meet?
We were working for the same company. I was already there. I was the go-to employee for training new staff. So Nikki came in and she was the new employee. They put me with her, and that's how we met. During our time, was it the first day?
I'm cute. It was the first day.
First day?
No, it wasn't the first day. It's like, no, because I had an allergic reaction. My first day.
First day was
my first day of work. Well, we do the training, right? The 5-day trainings, and then you go to your site. The first day of work, I went out to lunch with someone I had training with, and we went to a Spanish restaurant. So I don't know if there was some cross contaminations, like a hole in the wall Spanish restaurant. And we went out to lunch. And when I came back, my lip swelled up this big on my first day. And I went to the emergency room, went to Harlem Hospital.
He was yelled at to go to the hospital.
Yeah, because I wasn't gonna go because I was like, this is my first day. I came right off of, can you make me another one? I came right off of being unemployed for like 3 years after getting a bachelor's degree, couldn't find a job. That's when the economy had crashed. And I was so like nervous about getting fired that my supervisor forced me to go to the emergency room. And because I hadn't, I think I was 26. I was 26. So was I off my mother's insurance? I think I had like Health Plus or something. So yeah. I drove to Harlem Hospital to go to an emergency room. So I think it was like the third day. And then I think that was a Friday. No, it might have been the second day. Because I remember I started on a Thursday because my brain is like that. So I started on a Thursday. This happened on a Friday and I was fine. I came back to work on Monday. So it was like Monday, right? Okay.
So anyway, probably the second or third day, something like that. She liked the notebook that I carried. I had a little binder with all the paperwork that I needed to have and keep everything organized. And she's like, "Oh, I'm gonna buy the same thing." I told her, "Oh, don't worry about it. I'll go ahead and I have extra. I'll bring you one in tomorrow." Needless to say, sometime after she found the receipt.
No, you got it for me. He said he had it laying around. I have one already. I said, "Oh, I'm gonna go out and buy this."
Yeah.
And you said, No. I got another one. I got another one. It was nice. It was a binder. It had folders with the plastic, the good plastic folders. So I said, "I'm gonna go buy it." He said, No, I have one laying around. He hands me a bag of the supplies. And
needless to say, I left the receipt inside.
He left the receipt of him going to buy one.
The same day I went out to buy the stuff.
The same day.
You just started your job and you was broke.
I was very broke. Yeah, that's not why. He wanted to impress me with. We should maybe look at the camera because we both looking here.
I know, we're looking at the
screen. Right? So I don't know if I turn it down, if it turns off. But anyway.
Put it down all the way, just don't close it.
But I don't know if it turns off. I don't know if I change that setting.
No, don't close it. Put it down.
Okay. That's weird. We should put it on the TV next time. Everybody loves looking at themselves.
I gotta put a picture around the ring so we can focus on the photo.
Oh, a mirror.
Oh, there you go.
The mirror. So anyway, I found a receipt that he went out after work. It was timestamped. Went out after work to the nearest Staples he could find to go rebuy the stuff for me. And I
was right there.
Yeah, it's not. So yeah. And why did you do that, Eli?
Because you was cute.
Because I was cute.
Bought her little
the shade. So that's how we met. We both worked for a non-for-profit. I'm not going to tell you why. I'll tell you where. But we both worked for a non-for-profit in New York City. And that's how we met. That was our introduction to each other. So next one is the feelings. What feelings did you have upon meeting me, and was it in your groin or in your head?
You grew on me.
Like a
Yeah,
fungus?
he was cute, and
You hear this
then
was?
because we're talking past tense.
I'm still cute.
Yeah, but it's past tense. You were cute. I like the way you look. You were fun. Yeah, then later on, find out that you're funny and you was fun to be around. I enjoyed myself when I was around you. You made me smile a lot, and that's because and then the feeling started to develop from there.
I'm very funny, guys.
It was easy to go and see you because you lived at the time. You lived next to my aunt,
Mhm.
my father's aunt,
Mhm.
which I would go like almost every week to assist her with a few things.
Right there, like
And then
literally right there.
then the next building over was
And
your
that's not
apartment.
where I grew up, y'all. I had flew the coop. I had moved from Brooklyn to the Bronx in a 5-story walk up in a 1-bedroom apartment that had one closet, and I was paying $700 a month, and I had a car, and I was that girl. You forgot to leave all that out.
Yeah.
Okay. So we started out as friends, and we had a friend group. We called ourselves the Heifers. Don't know why. We had a friends group, and I would have parties at my house at my little apartment. I'm saying house, but we talk a tiny little baby apartment. I would have parties. We'd go to the parties. We'd go out and do stuff together, and it was friendship at first. This hunk of man is not my type because my type is big, black, and borderline or ugly. That was my type. That's what I like. I like him ugly. He's not ugly, and he's not black because I was all about this. I said I was going to bring the black back into my family. I failed. But anyway, he's definitely not my type.
They're over there.
Put what over there?
They're over there.
Oh,
Yeah, just
he's not my type as far as what I go for. So we were just friends. But he was the closest of the group. We started branching out from the group and doing things together, like going to the movies. And we didn't have any kids, and we had cars. We were the only ones in the group with vehicles, right? Yeah. We were the only ones in the group with vehicles. So for us to branch off and do something else was very easy without one of us feeling like a cab, because if we wanted to do something else with somebody else in the group, we would have to go pick them up and yada yada yada. So it was just easy and natural for him to call me up and or text him or whatever and say, "Do you want to go see this movie?" Or go to 7-Eleven at 11 o'clock at night or whatever. That was one of our things. Like Friday and Saturday, we pretty much worked Monday through Friday like a regular schedule. Some weekends, one-offs, but hey, what are you doing? Nothing. We'll meet up at the movies, go to the movies, or go to 7-Eleven and get a slushie and oh my god, nachos and hot dogs. Terrible.
Oh, the chili dogs.
Chili dogs.
Can't do that now.
Out of the machine, like it would destroy us. We should go do that.
No, it'll destroy us now. We survived that.
Okay. So when did you have an interest in me? And I'll tell you when I had an interest in you. But more than friends.
More than
friends.
Yeah. Yeah, I was gonna say that, but yeah, the day it was. I just wasn't gonna make a move or anything like that. At the time, I'm a slow pace individual. I like to get to know somebody first. I also wasn't in the best shape of my life. Also, coming out of a very long-term relationship, so I wasn't really looking for anything.
The people know about her.
Oh, okay.
The woman he was with for almost a decade.
I've been with you almost.
White.
Oh.
White, clear woman. Oh, the white, clear woman.
You know what's funny?
What?
You shade me for that. but you call me white all the time, so you're in the same boat.
Oh no, I shade
And
you
ten-
for
and
being with
10
the white
Well, you
woman.
told me I'm white,
You are. You're white presenting Puerto Rican. I say that.
and then you're in the same boat. Then
How am I innocent? I'm a white lover. Yes, but what was the character on Dave Chappelle that said, "Yes, I have a white wife, but when the revolution comes, I'm killing her and the kids."
so you're gonna kill me and the kids.
Not the brown one. I'll
The
keep
brown-
the
you'll keep
brown
him?
one. Yeah.
My
My
legacy.
him is the brown one. Baby B is the brown one. Okay.
My legacy.
I got your
My
legacy.
legacy, baby.
Yes, the only one in the New Yorker Ricans that will carry on the name. Because I made the only boy. Me. I made the only one that's gonna carry on the name. This Tito's is kicking in, guys. It's gonna be a fun ride. Hold on to your seats. Okay. I didn't have interest in you until like last week or so.
I can see that.
It's been 13 years, guys. We've been married a whole decade. But we was full out line for a year. And then I think we were like dating officially for 2 years. I don't know. It's been 13 years. Anywho, I had interest in you when, and I still have that picture.
The ripped up hoodie.
No. Oh my God, the ripped up hoodie. So like he said, he wasn't in the best shape of his life at the time. He was coming off of a breakup. It wasn't that good. I don't know if you want to tell the people the story.
Yeah.
You don't have to. But he was pretty much picking up the pieces, right? Is that safe to say? Like picking up the pieces and starting over and
I don't know. It wasn't like a start over. I wasn't picking up the pieces. I was just focused on like me. I was.
You might have to speak up a little bit louder because we're sharing a mic.
Oh, but it was right there. I was just focusing on me. It wasn't like I was distraught or anything like that.
Tell him about the Bible story and the salary.
Oh man,
it's a good one.
So my family, my mother is very religious.
And he married an atheist, you know that.
And my mother would tell me, you want something, you ask for it, you ask God. I read The Secret, and it was just like throw it into the universe and ask. And a lot of religions say the same exact thing. So whether you believe in this one or that one, the premise across the board was very, very similar. So I took my Bible, I wrote out a check. It wasn't even in the Bible. I think I just did it.
No, you said you wrote it and put it in the Bible on a piece of paper.
On a piece of paper. So I drew a fake check, paying myself $30,000.
Oh, sorry, guys.
Oh, we're gonna get feedback.
Yeah, I'm trying to post that. Okay,
giving myself like $30,000, a check for $30,000.
You wrote a check?
I wrote a fake check. I drew a piece of paper.
Because he's an art major, guys. My man is artistic.
I drew a check. It wasn't that good. It was on loose leaf paper. The lines were already there for me.
My man, I'm gonna stick beside him.
So I wrote it out for $30,000, and this is before HRC.
Yeah.
Before.
I didn't want to tell them. That's okay.
Oh, I'll be dreaming.
That's okay.
They would have to look it up to know anyway.
Right. Anyway.
It's
before the non-for-profit.
Before the job, and I was doing a lot of odd jobs, painting, working with my dad, and helping out people around the neighborhood and things like that. I can't really tell you what I would do. I just always had money in my pocket.
He's a hustler. That's why I'm not worried about, we always gonna make money. Always gonna make money. Even if we don't have no job, he gonna make some money. That's why I'm, stability and eugenics. That's my man.
I used to sell stuff door to door.
Knives with the knives and the sharpening.
Cutlery. Yeah, the cutlery. Sharpening.
Verizon.
Sharpening shears for like Vidal Sassoon and all these other salons.
My man making the money, baby.
Lord, I did some weird stuff, man.
That's all right. You do something strange for a little change.
Anyway, I wrote out the check and I put it in the Bible, and I just forgot about it and left it alone. Shortly after, like 3 months, something like that, I got the job, and I was making exactly $30,000, and I was just like, "Oh man!"
And when was
so
that?
Funny.
2009.
Yeah,
2009.
which was reasonable. reasonable. The starting.
Not with a bachelor. You needed a bachelor's.
Yeah, well,
It was reasonable.
It was
I
reasonable.
had an apartment.
We
and
were coming out of a recession.
Yeah.
The housing crisis.
I was out of work
fell.
for 3 years.
So
were you out of work?
yeah.
Official work.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was out of, and thanks to Obama, I had the extended unemployment. And I had a friend who told me I should apply for food stamps, and I said I'm not gonna get no food stamp, and I got food stamps. But yeah, like a bachelor's degree and no goddamn jobs. Make me another one, please, and thank you.
Slow down.
It's ice. It's a small cup.
You know how they treat belly.
How they treat the bariatric patients? They treat us so bad. Okay, this is going good. How you feel?
Right.
He didn't know what he should call me. He didn't know if he should call me Eric Static, AS, Nick. He's calling me Nikki. He can't help it. But how y'all feel about the name? I like it. You like my name?
I gave you the name, right? No.
You helped me with it. I put 2 and 2 together, and you co-signed it. All right. We talked about the journey. We talked about everything in this slide.
You wanted static. You was like, I want to make static.
Yeah, because I'm about the drama.
And I put air on it because you're putting it like on the air, like a radio waves kind of thing. So.
All right. This is
So you heard it here first. This was a 50-50 venture. If it blows up.
We're married with no prenup, honey. It's always a 50-50 venture.
You sneaky.
I'm very sneaky. Don't leave me. I leave you destitute. You on nothing. Okay, you see all this Rapunzel, guys? Look at this Rapunzel. This is on me. If you want hair like this, all you have to do is very easy, is get PCOS. Okay, so you want a hormone imbalance that grows hair on top of your head and under your face and on your butt and on your back and on your legs and in between your butt? Just get PCOS. Okay, so the journey. So we started out as friends, and this is a nice picture. We took this when we went to
Niagara Falls.
Niagara Falls. Look at my teeth. Look at my teeth. Shout out to my mama. Look at this.
Look, white teeth.
White, baby. Okay. So we started out as friends. And then how did we venture into a relationship? You want me to tell it? You want to tell it? I think she's... So one of our after work activities that was very popular was Seafood City. Do you remember? We used to go to Seafood City a lot with the crew. Yeah. And we had like an after work crew, people who wasn't necessarily in our immediate friends group, but and actually Ronald, who's going to come next week, is someone I met through a friend of a friend, right? But anyway, so we would go to Seafood City, and then one time, I don't know how the fuck we ended up at a strip club. Who suggested it? I have no clue.
I don't remember that. That was Seafood City.
No. We used to go to Seafood City all the time.
We said, "Oh,
yeah."
Eric.
Eric said, "Go to."
Probably out of everybody, I would put it on.
Yeah, we used to go like, let's meet up at Seafood City. That was our thing. Seafood City is in City Island in the Bronx. If you guys are not familiar. We used to end up, I don't know how the hell we ended up in Mont Haven, Bronx at a strip club. But anyway, we go to probably Eric. Yeah. I think he knew somebody. So anyway, we end up at the strip club. And I'm now at 365 days without having relations at this point. You know what I mean by relations. And I was off the heels of dating. So I dated. I consistently dated. And the last guy I was really interested in, one had a baby on the way that he didn't tell me about, which in all fairness, he told me he didn't know about, but who knows, you know, put your faith in the nigga, silly hoe, how you figure. Anyway, that's what he told me. And then I caught him shooting up in my bathroom. Right. So I can't handle that. I was very into my feelings, very like I'm pushing 30 or I'm in my mid-20s, I'm single, and I'm horny. So I'm drunk and I'm wearing a rubber body shaper so I could look like a thought. And we're having a good time. And I propositioned my friend at the time to do a sister a favor. And what did you say?
No.
He turned me down. And guess who was DJing but my ex-boyfriend? I had no clue. So my ex-boyfriend was DJing. I have some kind of overheating situation.
Yeah, between the alcohol and the
So
body
between the
shaper.
alcohol and the body shaper, I'm out of it. I can't really tell you what happened. Anyway, long story short, Eli brings me home to my apartment because I didn't live that far away, right? I lived very close to the strip club at the time. Drives me home, walks back with the girl who has a crush on him in our group, and drives my car back home. That I do remember. And then takes my phone and calls out the next day for me so I don't get in trouble. And says I'm not going to be in the next day because it was a work day. I don't know. Did you spend the night? You went home.
We both spent the night. All three of us were there.
She spent the night too?
Yeah. You had the big house.
I thought that was New Year's.
No,
that was New Year's.
Not to take care of you.
No.
Yeah.
She didn't stay.
Yeah. We dumped you in
So y'all both went to work?
Yeah, we dumped you in the tub real quick.
You gotta speak up louder.
We dumped you in the tub, the hot tub. Oh Lord.
Oh, I wasn't rich. I wasn't. You mean the tub?
The bathtub
to cool me off.
And to cool you off real quick. Picked you up, and then I was able to get you into your bed. Then I took the little of the two couches.
No, you drove her home.
I drove her home.
New Year's, she spent the night on the blow-up couch.
No, she's on the couch, not the blow-up mattress.
No.
She slept on the couch. I slept on the little couch. You had the love seat, and you had the 3. Mm-hmm. She took the 3.
So how did she get home? She went to work the next day.
I think we went to work. I took her to work. We went to work.
Okay, I don't know. I don't have no recollection. Yeah, I was blacked out.
We didn't leave you there.
Okay,
like in the house alone.
Okay. No. She was a really good friend to me, but she claimed I stole her man. But did I steal her man?
Yes, you stole her man.
No, don't lie to the people. This is rock hard. Good for you.
Terrible friend.
No, she was a really good friend to me, but she had a big crush on him. I tried to hook y'all up. I did.
Everybody in the group
tried. Everybody tried. Are you nervous?
A little bit.
Because you are plucking your eyebrows.
The lights in my face, the camera.
Do you want to turn it down?
No.
Okay. I say this is a treat for y'all because he is AKA the man of mystery. He will hang out with you all night and say 2 words. Would you like a drink? I'm going to the bar. I'll get it for you.
I'll get you a drink.
I'll get you a drink. He won't talk to you.
I'll get you a drink.
She was a really good friend to me. I still mourn and miss that friendship, but she claims I stole her man and I didn't. We went on a cruise together and everything. I'm not going to say her name. But that ultimately was the disillusion dissolved the group is because of what we did. But anyway, okay, so he says no to me, and you should have, because I can't give you consent if I'm drunk legally.
You're not gonna.
Yes. So that was the right thing for him to do. Was I was plastered drunk, asking for sex. You're such a gentleman, boo boo. You're supposed to say no, but I was hurt.
Screaming at me. I said you could do it, and you. What's wrong? Come on, get it. And this isn't that same night. I'm not talking about like years later. You would bring that up too.
Yeah, I was hurt, but I understand. Like that's what you're supposed to do. And so anyway, we get past that, and it wasn't that long after that you made your move. So we were still hanging out and everything, and after like parties of going into Manhattan and stuff, you would come and you would spend the night at my house. And we did that for a while, just friends spending the night at the house. And then one day he rolled over to make his move. And what exciting thing did you find when you made your move?
What?
Yeah.
I don't want to say it's a family show.
You could say it. What did you find when you so before he answers, when you turned me down and told me no, I had put you in the friend group, which means I literally, so for white girls, when you're comfortable with a man, you let your hair down. For black girls, when you're comfortable with a man, you wrap it with bobby pins and put a bonnet on. I had bobby pinned and bonneted this motherfucker. He was going to just be my friend. And then when you made your move, I remember, guys, I was comfortable. This was my friend. What did you find when you rolled over in that bed and made your move? Like we were sleeping we'll come home from parties, sleeping in the same bed and nothing. And then when you finally made your move, what did you find?
I want to say something, but it wasn't right then and there. It was after.
I'm saying after.
Oh, after. You're saying you made your move and what you find. That means literally like in that moment.
No, in that moment. Oh, you knew about it before?
What, the drawers?
The drawers.
Yeah, that was after. You walked by after.
You had seen them before.
No, because it was on your ass. So she had holy drawers on. So she's saying, what did I find when I made my move?
Holy panties.
I didn't find anything but my move, and we went ahead. And
you had seen the holy panties
I
before?
did not see them.
When did you see the holy panties?
Until I was already in the living room, and then you walked by into the kitchen. And butt cheeks were hanging out the back of your drawers. And I just started cracking up, laughing.
I thought you made your move and found the holy panties.
No.
You see, 13 years.
After.
Okay.
You walked off, and as you walked off, I'm like, she got a hole in her drawer. I was in the living room, and you went to the kitchen.
My drawers was holy. But see, women on here, they're going to be on my side because the holy ones with the elastic missing and the safety pins in it are the most comfortable. Now, if I thought our friendship was going to turn into a situationship, I would have put on the good drawers, which we all have at the bottom of the drawer. But I was comfortable. This was my friend. Like, you know, you were like my friend Jonathan, who's hopefully going to do a segment. Like, you were my friend, but you always wanted me. Right? You always wanted me. So that's what happened. So, and please don't come after me, because after we had sex, this man went into my kitchen and let out a fart. So disgusting. And what did you do in my kitchen? What did you do?
You don't bring that up in here. My snacks.
The snacks.
Don't you judge my snacks.
He almost got X'd out. After that, tell her, and then you have our child doing it too.
He loves it.
It's the girl.
She loves it.
What did you do in my kitchen? First of all, he had a really good prostate when we was dating. He would pee for 7.5 minutes straight. You remember that prostate? You would just pee, and I would say, "What the fuck is that?" He would pee for like minutes. Like he'd be like, you had a good long streak. You don't do that no more. Now you sit down, and it's like 12 seconds, and then you're like, come on, get there.
You're all stupid.
Come on.
So my snack that she came into the kitchen, she had Genoa salami, and I was taking Frosted Flakes and making little burritos.
Eli, it was not name brand Frosted Flakes. It was Frosted Flakes.
I'm trying to.
I was poor. It was Frosted Flakes from Aldi's, which I think tastes better than regular Frosted Flakes.
I think it was Frosted Flakes.
I had name brand.
Yeah, because we found.
There wasn't an Aldi in the Bronx until we got together. That's true. It was from Food Bazaar.
After.
Once we got together, they opened the Aldi in the Bronx.
We gotta go back.
Yeah, we stopped shopping there because it was hard to get to, but now we got to go that way. Anyway, we're just pulling in and get some stuff because we poor now, because I like to buy cars and lose $30,000 on their value in the first year. But go ahead.
So that was it. That was my snack. You didn't like it.
No, he took Frosted Flakes. You just said Frosted Flakes and salami. You didn't say you made them into a baby burrito.
I just said burrito.
Oh, I didn't hear that. He made them into a burrito and ate them. And I said, this is not going to work. I'm going to have to find a new job.
You tried it.
I did try it because I like food. I was fat at the time. I'm still fat, guys. Look at this. But anyway, I tried it.
It wasn't bad.
It's not bad.
Judge me.
Okay, so what you do is you take a slice of Genoa or Genoa salami. I don't like hard salami. Is this my Wi-Fi signal? Oh. Okay, so I don't like hard salami. Do you like hard salami? I'm not a fan. Really. I'm not a fan of hard salami.
I'll eat it though.
I'll eat it, but my favorite is Genoa salami or whatever. And he took that, a slice of that, and put like a little bit amount of Frosted Flakes, rolled it up into a burrito, and try it. Now, if you take it and you market it, we got it first, and we want how much percent? 40.
Well, the premise is the same as
Like sweet and savory.
Yeah, those salted caramel drinks. Everybody was making
Yeah.
at some point. It's like salt and caramel.
Yeah.
So this was salami was salty.
Yeah.
The
Frosted Flakes is sweet, and you get the crunch.
And you get a crunch, and it's also chewy as well because it has.
It's not bad. I don't need to do it again. That's how I feel about it.
I haven't had it in a while.
And then he gave it to our child who loves it, and we haven't given it to her since, because she liked it a little too much.
Oh, we gotta bring that back
for my desire. So no, we don't have to bring that back.
Yes, I forgot about that. You just reminded me.
Okay, so that is our journey. So we had sex first, and then we were doing
we got married. We had sex. Huh?
We had sex first, and we were friends with benefits, because this one over here told me that he did not want a relationship. You did tell me you did not want a relationship, so that's what we were doing. I had went on a couple of dates. He had went on a couple of dates. And then one day, sitting in the library with our clients, I turned to him and I said, "We're together." And you said what?
All right.
Pretty much that's it.
That was it.
And then I was very eager and pushed to marriage, because I felt this need to have to get married before 30. I don't know why. It's probably society. And I was really pushing for marriage. And then how did I get proposed to?
Oh, she kept pushing for marriage so much that it was on a monthly basis. Figure that one out. And no, don't go because it was on a monthly basis, or every 2 months it was bringing it up, like take a shit or get off the toilet.
Get off the pot.
Whatever.
I'm an old Negro. Take a shit or get off the pot.
So after the probably 12th dozen suggestion of marriage,
I said, "Don't waste my good up to the years."
Yeah, screaming at me and yelling. I was just like, she's never gonna allow me to have a moment with her to do it and be comfortable and have something nice and all that. So I was like, okay.
What do you mean, like the engagement?
I can engage, like the proposal kind of thing. So we had, as part of the company we were working for, we would deliver food with clients that we had. So I ripped up a paper bag handle, like old school handle. It was very like almost like twine, and I made a ring.
After I had gave you an ultimatum in Five Guys.
Yeah.
It was in Five Guys, and I gave him an ultimatum, and then he proposed to me in the car with a ring he had fashioned out of a paper bag handle.
Had a diamond part and everything.
It did not.
It had the twist. The twist was the top.
Oh.
And the twist had the nut.
I still have it, by the way. That's my first engagement. Of course. That's my first engagement ring. I still have it. I have now changed to this band that he gave me for my 7th.
So that's the third ring.
This is the third ring on my 7th wedding anniversary. It has 7 diamonds in it. I don't wear the engagement ring. I have no idea what a wedding ring is. But it's just a gold band. But I wear this.
It's just gold. Just gold. It's like $1,000.
We lost that. We lost that in the move, or we're gonna find it in the bag. It wasn't thrown out. It was just thrown in a bag, in a box, because we did move. But so we started dating, and then once he proposed, I had but a few months to get the $1,500 insurance credit that you get for having your own insurance. So because we were working for the same agency, us being married, I could go on his plan and get $1,500. That was in October 1st.
That was her incentive to go ahead and get married within
3-4 months, less than
barely
6.
Barely
no,
6
March.
Months.
March you proposed, in September we got married.
Yeah, so barely 6 months.
Barely 6 months. October 1st was the deadline. We were married at the end of September. Yes. And we had a very beautiful wedding. So here are the pictures. Some pictures of the wedding.
We look terrible in a lot of the pictures.
No, we look good. I put these pictures up. So this is us on our wedding
you didn't
day.
put up the other pictures.
No.
With we were completely drained out of life and soul.
Really good pictures. So we got married, and I did not want a big wedding. I actually wanted to go to a restaurant. I wanted to go to the city hall. I knew that. I'm not religious. and having a church wedding didn't mean anything to me. If it meant something to him, I would do it. And then we tried to do it as his mother's church, and it was going to be like $30,000 because we weren't members just to have it there. And I said, hell to the no, unless she wants to pay for it. So we did the justice, right? The justice of peace.
10,000.
No, it was 10,000 just to do it, and then we had to plan everything. So it was 10,000 just to have it.
10,000 for the church.
Just to have it in the church because we weren't members, and then like $2,000 if we were members.
Everything else was like $30,000, like Botanical Gardens and the Cloister Museum.
Yeah. All these places, my bougie ass mother was like, you should go to the Brooklyn Botanical Gardens. It was beautiful. It was $30,000 just to talk to them. And then that didn't include nothing. It was just $30,000 to have the privilege to have it there. And you had to use their DJ, their florist, their food, their this, their that. And so we end up doing the Justice of Peace and then having a reception at a very nice restaurant in the Bronx. And it was a very beautiful wedding. And I didn't know that the Justice of Peace allows you to write your own vows or say your own vows. I thought it was going to be very mechanical and very schlepping you in and out, but it wasn't. And I didn't write any vows. So I just said, thanks, bro.
Pretty much. I had a story.
Thank you for choosing me.
I had a story.
Lies and fabrications. You wrote a vow and left it.
No, I had it.
You didn't pull out no paperwork.
It was in here. Why would I pull out a paper? I said nothing.
No, your vows were much better than mine, but I think you was like,
Wait,
I think you
I
was
wrote
winging
it. It was on my BlackBerry.
Your BlackBerry?
Remember BlackBerry?
Yeah. So we got married in 2013, and once we got together, you had moved in. He had moved into my tiny little apartment, and we were trying to get our finances in order because you had exorbitant amount of student loan debt, and your credit score wasn't that great. So you moved in with me, and I pretty much kept us financially going while you threw everything into your student loans. That way we could be like, okay. And it worked.
At that Dollar Tree.
We lived at Dollar Tree. We played the humming game. We were broke. All these Dollar Tree, Food Bazaar. I've told them about the humming game in other videos. And we ate chicken a lot. And one time you was feeling like crap. You had that burger. Remember that burger?
So she made me go to the doctor, which I haven't done in like a century. And my triglycerides were high. So she took me off of beef. She said, no more beef for you, no more beef. So I was eating chicken and fish for 2 or 3 months. But the thing is, my triglycerides has always been high, and all of my uncle's triglycerides are high. It's a genetic thing I have that it just keeps it high. I had a hamburger at a place that we frequent at the time, and I felt amazing. I felt like I was on steroids. I felt like I could run outside and pick up a car. The amount of energy that I had after eating that burger, I said, no, if this is how I feel now, that means we've been doing it wrong. I'm eating beef again. And since then, it's been beef, chicken, and fish. Yes, add that in there.
Okay, so since we got that, let's get to know who you are. So I'm bringing it back to AOL chat room. What's your ASL?
I used to dress really well.
Oh yes. This picture is at a Christmas party at 2 agencies ago, and he said he used to dress well, but that is from moi by way of Kohl's and what was the shoe place? What's the shoe place?
TSW?
No, the other shoe place.
9 something.
I don't know. But that tuxedo jacket is from Kohl's, and the pants, I believe.
I said I wanted a white jacket.
You have a white jacket.
No, I said I wanted a white jacket.
Anyway, I put that all together. You look very, very good, by the way. So what's your ASL?
No, that is.
Oh, you was in the AOL chat rooms being a little preteen horror.
Oh my age, sex, and location. ASL. What the hell are you talking
What's your ASL?
Then?
No, now.
Oh, I don't want to say that.
You don't want to say your age?
No, and I have to say sex, right? To be PC, I have to let them know.
You have to let them know. What are your pronouns?
What are my pronouns. I'm 42. Male.
What are your pronouns?
Him.
And he and him.
Yeah, he and him.
And you, New York.
That's it. And New York City.
And what do you do without telling them the agency?
I work with unaccompanied minors, immigrant and unaccompanied minors.
Okay. And what's your relationship and parental status?
Father of 2.
In relationship?
Married.
And religious affiliation?
I believe in stuff. I was raised Christian Pentecostal. I agree with a lot of it. I don't agree with most of it, and I agree with a lot of stuff from other religions. And I can see the good and the bad in all, as well as the similarities in all of them.
So, what would you say you are? Do you have a religion affiliation?
I choose to. Sometimes I.
So, do you believe in God?
Sometimes I pray. Yeah, I think there's something. There's God.
You believe in a God?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they say Allah's God.
Yeah, without putting a label on it.
Yeah, the changes of languages through time. There is a higher power. Sometimes I pray and I ask for things and I'm unsure and ask for peace. But overall, I try to just take the message that all religions are kind of putting out there as far as doing the best you can, the way you can for the people who need you the most, and just living your life as well as you see fit.
Okay, so you believe in God, but not necessarily Christianity or God, or higher power.
I don't know. It's hard.
So
to
you're
say
agnostic?
No. It's hard to say no because I was raised Christian, So most of my stories are Christian based, but I know a lot of other aspects of different religions. So.
Okay, so what have you been up to for the last 10 years?
All of this, baby. For the last 10 years, what have we been doing? Enjoying life with my wife.
Because the kids only been here 5 years.
Yeah, trying. I feel like we're always trying to make a life.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. So it's always is not a sense of we living in the moment, we have what we have, and we're going to go ahead and save. So every time I got a job and my income went up, it wasn't like we weren't saving money for anything. It was like, okay, we have more income, now we save a little bit, we get a house, now we have cars, and now we have this. So we're always
don't touch that.
Oh, sorry. So we're I feel like the last 10 years we're always playing the game of life, maybe. But just I don't know, 10 years. What I've done 10 years? Three jobs, 1 relationship, 2 kids, no criminal record.
Right? What would your friends say about you?
My friends, people who are my friends, would say that I am 100% loyal, that they can count on me when it counts. I won't talk about anything with them of heavy substance unless I need to. So like George, if I tell George, hey man, I gotta go out and we gotta go out and play pool, he knows something's wrong with me and he'll come and he'll support me, and he won't say anything to me, he won't ask until I start talking. And I think that's a very special bond I have with him, because he knows me in that fashion, and he knows if I'm ready to talk, because I asked him to go out and chill and do this, he's not going to push me to talk since we're there. He knows it's going to happen. If it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. There's no sweat. That's all it is. Nothing. Eventually it'll come out and I'll talk to him about it, whatever it may be.
Okay, what's the biggest misconception about you?
That I have no feelings.
Yeah, I agree. What sense of purpose, mission, or duty guides you in life?
Cash, money, hoes. No.
Both in hoes.
Both in hoes. Say it again.
Oh, I gotta go back. What sense of purpose, mission, or duty guides you in life?
So with my family, being able to provide and assist and help. That's a funny comment. I didn't even see that one on the list
Yeah, I gave him this.
to look at real
This.
quick.
This.
I glimpsed it. I trust my wife a little bit, so I had to say, let me see the list, and I just eyeballed it across. But all right, I'm just gonna say it. So I don't feel like I have much of a purpose, and it's a struggle for me. Going through that. I always feel like we should be doing more.
Mhm.
There's something else beyond what I'm doing. Like I'm meant for more, but I just don't know what.
Mhm.
And I'm really hoping that someday a light bulb will click, and I'm like, wow, this is it. This is what I'm gonna do. And
Haven't found it
I
yet.
found it. We're gonna
Mhm.
pull out all the stops. We're gonna take this chance and this and jump in with both feet and see what happens. Just because it feels right and it feels good,
Mhm.
right? The non-profit feels good. I've always been through my non-profits, even now, and it
I
feels
think it's
good
like
to
15
help.
years for you.
Yeah, and it feels good to help. So I know it's something along those lines. I do
But do
like
you
money.
feel
I do want money.
underutilized there?
I'm
Like,
overutilized
no,
in
no.
many of my
I
positions.
don't think they use your talents at
Oh
all.
no.
Yeah.
I'm overused. I'm
Physically,
underutilized.
yeah, physically they use you as a workhorse, but I don't think anybody uses your ideas or your talents.
I'm not someone to
You're a
complain or
workhorse.
moan about
Mhm.
what's going on. If somebody says, "Hey, this got to get done," it got to get done. I just do it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's go to the next slide. Preferences. This is fun. And don't tell me the answer you think I want to hear. Just I'm
gonna tell you the
aired static.
I'm gonna tell you the same thing I've been telling you for
I'm
years. If
not
you
the
don't believe me.
wife. I'm aired static. Okay. Preferences in women. You like women, right? Only women?
Yes, only women.
Only no men's?
Only George.
Yeah, that's his BFF for life. Okay, what are your preferences in women?
I don't have one. She doesn't believe me.
He said he
But
did not have a preference. He does not have a
I
preference.
like women. I like women. She's like, I'm the first black woman. Like, no, there was a West Indian girl who I was really, really attracted to, and I liked her very much. She didn't have anything particularly like special about her, but I liked her. And I got a boyfriend. I got a long distance boyfriend kind of thing, and didn't give me the time of day. And I was like, okay, so we'll move on to the next one. I was with the white woman for a majority of my adulthood. I was with a Puerto Rican girl during high school. In betweens and all that, I have Puerto Rican, Chinese, mixture of people. It's no, some were bigger, smaller, medium, larger.
I'm the biggest one.
No, you're the biggest one I've been with.
Yes,
Not the biggest one I've been attracted to. We never had that discussion. No.
Okay.
There was this Jamaican girl. She was a big girl, and I was just like, she'll be fun. She was a bit. And she told me one day, she's like, you couldn't handle this, and I was like, oh, I felt so shot down.
You did?
Yeah, she wanted me not to this, and I was like, maybe I can't. And that was the end of it. That was the end of it. And I was like, maybe she's right. She might be right, and maybe I can't. Okay. Yeah, it's the day that I met you at work, and I got you those things, whatever, and we said that story. There was nothing in particular about you that makes me say, oh yeah, I need to have that. Like a lot of guys see some chick and she got a big ass and big boobs or long legs or whatever, pouty lips, or I don't know, the blue eyes, green eyes kind of thing with the colors.
There's nothing that really stands out on me from anything else. I'm pretty much the same.
Yeah, nothing stands out about the person, but the person stands out.
Mm.
That's the only way I can like say it. Like the girl that was in our group, she was a very attractive girl.
Mm-hmm.
She was tall,
She's nice.
very, very
She's
pretty,
pretty.
nice,
Mhm.
nice body, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But it wasn't for me.
Mm.
And it wasn't for me as a girlfriend. It wasn't even for me to get laid.
Mm.
Like, cause I could easily just and everybody at the job was like, hey, go ahead and like, why don't you da 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 da? I'm just, no, like that's not me. That's not me.
Mm-hmm.
And it's something about a person, and I don't know what it is. Something pops, and I like it.
Mm-hmm. I still don't get it.
She don't get it, but it's all right.
I still.
It's not for you to get.
Okay.
It's not for you to get. It's I'm a person. It's my thing.
Oh, we got one viewer. Who are you?
Hello. Welcome.
Welcome
to the storyline here.
We got one viewer.
Who is it?
I don't know.
Call out a name. Oh, you can't see the names?
No. Only if they comment. Okay.
Yeah. But that's why I've been in.
So you don't have a preference. So you could be with a woman that is 4'4", 65 pounds, or be with a woman that's on my 600-pound life.
Or maybe not that. No, maybe not. I'm not. An average.
Because I'm not average.
An average, a ballpark. Let's say 200 to 130.
Okay, so when I met you, I was 270. So
well, you look like 2. You look like 270. You look like 2. I'm not walking around with a scale. Like,
okay.
Like, I don't know. It's just something pops, and it's like, oh wow. And I've seen girls in clubs and in parties and stuff, and they're with their friends, right? You guys all go together and flock.
Yeah, we
right?
do. Yeah.
And people will go to the hottest chick and all that, and there's like middle girls, and then there's the ugly one.
There's always the duff, the designated ugly friend.
Right.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter who the prettiest one is. If the prettiest one didn't pop for me, I don't care.
What is the pop though?
It's
because you could see the pop even if you don't talk to them.
It's a sixth sense. Maybe.
Okay, like their aura.
Maybe that. I don't know. Okay. Like I can see somebody, I'm like, nah, that's not for me. But
from across
she could be a 10, and everybody's gawking. And I'm like, damn, she's hot.
Because you gave up some 10s for this hard 6.
Yeah, I'm like, man, she's hot.
You agreeing I'm a hard 6?
No, I'm just saying I gave up 10s.
You gave up 10 for this hard.
No, I don't think I've given up maybe some 8s.
You gave up 8.
Ain't no 10s.
You gave up 8s for this hard 6.
Yeah,
okay?
But it's a different thing. There's a vibe. There's a feeling. There's something in the air. Pheromones. I don't know. I don't know. But I've seen people who are attracted to this one girl in the club, and everybody's going after her, and I'm just like, all right. And that's
you don't see it.
And I see it. I don't
physically.
I see it. I don't want it. It's not for me. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. Like if I
think because you're a loyalist.
Maybe
like you're very.
If I could cop it and go and bang it and all that and just walk away from it,
I don't think you're that type of person. Yeah, I don't think your relationships, as far as the ones I know, have been all long term. I don't think you were a better and leave them kind of guy. You pretty much stayed in very long term relationships, so that might not be. Even though I don't think you initiated any of your relationships. Did you? They
come natural. I don't chase anything.
Yeah, you don't chase anything.
I'm not a chaser.
Can you give me just juice because I'm loose and wise? Yeah, you didn't chase me.
I've never had to chase anybody.
That must be nice.
Not that I'm a 10 and people are coming after me. Is that when people get to know me, they're either interested or they're not. And when I get to know someone else, I'm either interested or not.
Mm-hmm.
And then if we are, we are. If you're not and I am, and you are, I'm not, then it just happens from there. It's not where I'm trying to go ahead and try to make something happen.
So even when you were single, you weren't trying to be in a relationship?
No, if I was going out to drink and to hang out.
Not to get a girl and get laid.
No, I wasn't going out to get laid. I wasn't going out to,
because that's the goal of a lot of men who go out, is to go and get laid. But yours was to go and have fun.
And then that premise, because I'm not chasing anybody, works out, because now the hot chick is like, why isn't he chasing me?
Mm-hmm.
And then I get chased.
Mm.
And because
evil G,
but it just worked out that way. It wasn't that that's my plan. And it's funny because it works both ways. A lot of guys chasing me.
Not a lot of guys
because you
didn't want them.
I wasn't chasing any girls. I had dudes coming up to me, and George would always be like, "These guys really like you out here."
We had a friend, and I met him during one of my trainings for the job we went at, and we would go to his birthday barbecue every year. I'm not going to say his name. And when I first brought you to his house, he said, "Oh, is he for me?" And I was like, "What?" He said, "Is he a friend of Dorothy?" And I said, "No, he's mine, you bitch."
No, I've never been rude about it either.
No, he didn't tell you. He talked to me.
No. I'm saying.
Oh yeah, no, you're not homophobic by the least. No.
Like, I'm not.
You would politely say, yeah. And he's like, "Is he a friend of Dorothy?" I was like, "No, bitch, back off. That's mine." But yeah, because you don't chase girls. They didn't see you chase girls. The default is you're gay. And then look at him. He's definitely, by definition, a twink. So, the bears would like you. And this guy is definitely a bear. So the bears like the twinks. Okay. So, physical preference: big, small, short, tall. Alicia Keys, right?
Oh yeah, no, yes. Alicia Keys is my 10.
Oh,
Alicia Keys would be my 10.
What is the feedback from? You hear that?
No, it's ears.
No. Yeah, there's definitely a feedback going on. Hold on, guys. Oh, that's getting. Hold on. Turning off the light. Turn off the light, the ring light. You did the bottom, a knob at the bottom. Nope. Sorry, guys. I have no idea where that feedback is from. Maybe you guys can't hear it.
Rich.
Oh, yeah. We got a flip house, guys. It's definitely a flip house. You have a flip house. It is the fridge. Okay. It's the fridge. So we definitely have a flip house, and I feel like they bought all the appliances off of like Open Box and Warehouse. It's the remember to turn it back on? Okay. Perfect. So it's not me. Just turn the light down a little bit. Perfect. A little bit up. Good. All right. Preferences. Damn, that hasn't come on in a long time, and it comes on when I'm doing this.
It came on a day or two ago.
Oh,
I did.
Okay. All right. Physical appearance: big, small, short, tall. And you said you don't have pop. You said it's the pop, and I said Alicia Keys. We have a pact. You would say?
Oh, is that from Friends? It's from Friends.
Is it from Friends?
Yeah, it's like
I thought it was
your celebrity list.
Your celebrity list. So mine is Jason Momoa. If Jason Momoa answers any of the DMs I send him weekly after he divorced his wife, I'm very sad about that, but that's opportunity for me. I'm leaving. And yours is Alicia Keys, which is very easy for him because you look just like her husband.
They used to call me Swiss.
They called you Swiss in
In
college?
The basketball thing. I was in the basketball team. Swiss beats, Swissy.
Not now.
Not now.
Not with this.
No. If I cut this up and I trim this down,
Well, no, in
I'll
this
take off like
slide,
10
in
years.
this,
I'll take 10 years off.
this guy right here. This guy right here looks like him. Okay. So next is all right. So our fertility journey.
Lord,
What's Lord?
that was
All right. So after, I think we were trying before we got married. A little bit soft trying. I would say soft trying. We had stopped. He had stopped pulling out. Let's just say that.
We was doing it without the intention of not having one.
Right. We wasn't doing anything to stop it.
Yeah.
It was what it was, right? If it happened, it happened. If
nothing was happening.
Nothing was happening. Nothing. And so we were having. Sorry. Ooh, how unladylike. We were having relations without the prevention of pregnancy. If we got pregnant, we got pregnant. If we didn't, we didn't. And then we got married. So for like a year, nothing happened. Okay. Then we got married, and then 5 years, nothing happened. Nothing happened. So something's wrong. So we've literally been trying, or literally have active for 6 years and no pregnancy. So I go to a new gynecologist, and male gynecologist tells me, this is in my other videos, my fertility journey. Check it out. It's the picture with the 2 babies on it. Pretty much I'm not going to go into it in detail because this live will be very long. But anyway, I go to a male GYN. He tells me I'm infertile. That medical practice I was going to drop my insurance. I go find another one, and a nurse practitioner, I put infertile on my paperwork, and she goes, "Oh, infertile, what's this about?" And I tell her, and I said, he had diagnosed me with PCOS and told me I was infertile. And she said, was it a male white doctor? And she was a white female. And I said, yes. She said, you're not infertile. You could be, but PCOS is not a
determinant.
Yeah, it's not set in stone that you're infertile just because you have PCOS. That's what she said. And so she gives me a referral to go to a fertility specialist. Now, this is how, oh my God, this is why I'm a capitalist. This is why I have embraced being a capitalist, because if I'm going to live in this country, I have to play the game. When he was working at the agency, when we were working at the agency, I left first. You were still working there. The insurance was like $1 a check. $1 a paycheck. We got paid twice a month. So $2 a month for health insurance and $2 a month for dental. People worked there and took the shitty pay just for the freaking benefits, right? The health insurance, which at the time was Emblem Health. I called the number. So I left, and the assistant principal I was working for tells me his fertility journey and how his wife had their first child at 50. Tells me, go to this place. This is the place to go to. Okay. I call. They ask me what insurance I have. The wait is 9 months. It's like 9 months. Okay. I get an appointment 9 months. You shortly after leave the job. Therefore, we have to have the insurance at the job I'm at, which is United. The assistant principals go, how's it going? How's it going? I go, man, I'm not going until 9 months from now, whatever the date is. He goes, what? Let me call my wife. Calls his wife, and she goes, there are open appointments. Did you tell him you have this insurance? I said, no, at the time I had Emblem. He says, call back and tell him you have this insurance, which at the time was United. I was in within 2 weeks. So if I had the watered down insurance, it was 9 month wait. My upper echelon insurance, I was in there within 2 weeks. So we go for the consultation. We go together. Mm-hmm. They have us do a litany of tests. Now, at the time, I'm 290 pounds when I go there, 290 pounds. She goes, do you want to try medical weight loss first before you try to get pregnant? Because it is safer. At the time, I'm 34. I'm 34. The deadline to freeze eggs is 35. So I go, I don't have the time. I don't have the time. I don't have the time to lose weight. I need to get this started. Okay. The insurance that we have gives you a lifetime of 4 fertility treatments. 4 fertility treatments in a lifetime. In the process, shortly after, I get the job I'm at now. So now I have the Verizon Bentley Wireless. I am drunk. Verizon Wireless Bentley version of health insurance, Blue Cross Blue Shield. Right? I'm up here. Right? I'm up here. So the lifetime plan is 4 fertility treatments. Doesn't matter what. IUI, which is artificial insemination, or IVF, which is when they take the egg out, they take the sperm out, they put it together, they make an embryo, they put it in you, right? So I said, well, let's jump to IVF, right? I don't have time. Let's jump to IVF. It has a better chance. She said, let's try IUI first. It's less invasive. It's less painful. You have no idea how tumultuous it's going to be if you do IVF. Let's try IUI first. We get the genetic testing. He gets a sperm analysis. And do you want to tell the people what your sperm count was?
Was it 500 million?
500 million.
500 million sperms.
500 million. 500 plus million sperm, where the average man has 10 million. This hunker burning love had 500 million.
No, the average guy didn't have 10 million. The average people that they got
with the low,
clinic,
yes, okay,
10 million was low that they would have to work.
That's what they work with.
That's what they work with, is 10 million.
Yes. They like to see men at least 10 million.
At least 10 million to make something work.
To make it work. And
so they kept my samples and just spread it around.
Yeah, there's probably other little Eli's out there. So everything's fine. We realized that my problem is I'm not ovulating. Right? I'm not ovulating. And that's why we're not getting pregnant. So although I'm getting a period every month, there is no egg coming out of this period. It is a eggless period. There's no ovulation going on. Good thing for me is, or any woman with PCOS, is that your eggs develop, they never burst out, and they go into a hibernation. So it's kind of like preserved. So even though you are of older age and you're well into your 50s, if you ever want to have a child, it's actually okay for you that the kid won't come out Amara, because your eggs are in a hibernation state. So anyway, they give me a breast cancer medicine called Femara because I'm not ovulating. Even though I'm having a period, there's no egg. Because I have PCOS, my estrogen is high, therefore my testosterone is high, because I'm too much woman and too much nigga at the same time. So they give me Femara, which is a breast cancer medication has a side effect to stimulate ovulation. Clomid. No, I didn't take Clomid. No, I took Femara. They give Clomid to women who are normal weight. They give Femara to women who are overweight, right? So the normal one is Clomid. Clomid has a success rate for non-overweight women, and overweight women, it's Femara. Anyway, I take Femara. It is a pill this big. I said, what is this tiny little shit pill going to do? Anyway, I take it, and you have to keep going to the doctor. You have to keep giving blood. They have to keep checking your levels. I get a trigger shot. Didn't have to use the trigger shot because I get a call at like 5 o'clock in the afternoon. They said, you are ovulating. You need to come to the hospital tomorrow at 6 o'clock in the morning and bring your donor. So
the donor.
He's the donor. So I take the Femara. Yeah.
Your husband's a cup.
Well, they don't know. They don't know if I have a husband. This is the hospital calling.
File.
Because bring your donor. Bring your sperm, bitch. Bring the sperm, right? You're the sperm. So we go, we go, whatever. Now I'm at this job in January. This is in April. I've been there 4 months. I said, fuck it, let's go. Whatever, let's just go. We go. I go get an ultrasound. I have 3 follicles. Okay, that's good. Three busted out in the, you guys could Google it. When it busts out, it leaves like an opening on the ovaries. I had 3 of those. Okay. 2 on the left side, one on the right side.
Want some water?
Yes. Give me a water break, please. So I go, we do the IUI, and the take-home instructions for the homework assignment for us is to have sex every day or twice a day. Every day for the next 3 or 4 days. Okay, that's the homework assignment. You shouldn't have it more than that because it reduces the sperm count, right? So sex every day for the next 4 days, including the insemination that I got. Okay. One of the days I was mad at him. I didn't know why I was mad. I was mad. And I didn't want to do it. And he said, "Stop fucking around. You're gonna waste this." So we do it. And we say that's how we got baby B. Our mad, angry, rompous, love-making baby. So anyway, we do it. They tell you don't test for 2 weeks. And I did it because I didn't want to jinx it. Don't take a pee test for 2 weeks. Go back in 2 weeks, give a blood test, and we'll call and tell you. They called and told me I was pregnant. And I called my mother first, and then I called my husband. And then when we go there and I get my first ultrasound, what happened?
It wasn't the first one.
Yeah, it was the first one.
The third time it was there. It was the third time it was there.
No, the first one with the babies, no?
The first one that we went to the first one, they show you the sack, they explained everything. No, this is that. And like, wow, that's big. Like, no, that's the yolk sack.
We thought that was a baby.
This little dot is the baby. The little head part of it was the baby. On our third visit, we went and they're checking the baby. Everything's good. There's a heartbeat, whatever. They start to pull out the wand out of her. And as they're pulling away, the baby fades into the darkness. And then another blip happens. And everybody
saw it. It was like, did you see that?
Everybody got quiet. And then the nurse was like, hold on. And
the doctor was there.
Went back in, looked.
And then she's not saying nothing. We all see it.
And we're just waiting for a second. I'm like, did I see that? I don't know if I saw
crazy?
That. Am I just... Maybe it was a different angle from the original egg, but no. She went back and checked, and there was 2 babies. And she said, well, there's one behind the other. Mm-hmm. And the wand wasn't positioned correctly to be able to see.
And both. She did give us a disclaimer that it was very early and that it could dissolve.
And one could eat the other.
Pretty much, in layman's terms, like it could dissolve. And what happened when you left the hospital, the clinic?
I don't know. I tried to give her my card to pay for the copay, which I never did.
Ever.
She would just put on her card, so she kept track of the receipts for that.
For the medical
and I was like, okay, I gave her a kiss. I walked out.
Left me.
I was just like, all right. She was like, I had to.
You had to go to work.
I always had to go to work.
The appointments were in the morning.
Like at 7 o'clock in the morning, and we would go to work, and I would have to rush back. I didn't put on my GPS or nothing. I don't know how. I called my best friend, and he was just like, he's calling me. He pushed the call away, and then I think he called me back
because he was in a meeting.
Because he knew.
Oh, he wanted to step out of the office or something.
Yeah, he left the office, something like that.
Yeah, he pushed the call.
He knew it was important because I was calling him at 7 o'clock in the morning, and this would be the first time I've ever called him this early
on a weekday.
And the 30 years of friendship that more than 30. No, because 30 years at the time we were. 35 years.
35. No, when y'all met each other, like what?
It was 5 or 6.
And you're 42.
35.
Okay. 35 years.
So he was like, yo, you okay? And I was just like, it's 2. It's 2 babies. He's like, oh, congratulations. I'm like, there's 2 colleges, there's 2 cars.
2 car seats, 2 cribs.
There's 2 cribs, there's 2 this, there's 2 that. This whole conversation was like 40 minutes. And I ended up at work, and I have no idea how I got there because I didn't use a GPS. I don't know the area. I didn't know where I was going, but somehow I got to work safely.
Yeah, and then when we
talked,
I
don't remember going.
When we talked after, I said it might not be 2. It's going to dissolve, and you said no. With my luck, it'll be 2.
No, it's
No, it's gonna be 2.
It's gonna be 2.
So they had the hard conversation with me as they're supposed to as medical professionals. Somebody so I had lost 10 pounds. I made sure I lost weight once we started this journey. I'm gonna lose weight. So I lost 10 pounds. So I'm 280 pounds at the time. And they go, you should really consider reducing
getting rid of one of the babies,
getting rid of
basically.
one of the the fetuses.
Reducing the number.
Reducing it to a singleton.
Yeah.
You should reduce because you're high risk and it'll be dangerous for you. They gave me the stats of the maternal death rate and the preeclampsia and da 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 da. I talked to my mother, I talked to him, talked to my husband, and I made a conscious effort. And I said, realistically, how much weight can I gain? And they said, we don't want you to gain any weight, but if you do, I want to go over 20 pounds. Okay, I'm 280 pounds at the time.
But even with that, you was asking me if
I just said I spoke to you.
If I wanted to do the reduction.
And
I couldn't do it.
Yeah. Like, how do we pick? Do we pick A? Do we pick B?
I can't do that.
And they said they would pick the smallest.
Yeah.
And
well, they would do it.
They would make the decision by measurements and stuff, which one.
Which would have the higher
percentage of surviving.
Rate.
Yeah. And I said, no, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna make sure I'm healthy. And I don't believe in God. I'm an atheist, but I believe in like will, right? You will it, and you really. And I gained only 12 pounds carrying twins. My diet was stellar. I didn't eat any junk food.
Yeah. I was waiting for the craziness and everything. The stories of people having like peanut butter and broccoli and like weird stuff, because none of her food could touch. If they have different colors, if it's corn, it can't touch the white rice. It has to be separate. The beef has to be separate.
Bromophilia, my food can't touch.
So I was waiting to see if these cravings would kick in, and the only craving she had was bagels with cream cheese and lox.
No, scallion cream cheese.
But you wanted your lox too.
Yeah, but if they could have it, but it was everything bagel toasted with scallion cream cheese and McDonald's fish sandwiches.
And the fish sandwich.
McDonald's. Those were my
barely.
Yeah, I did a fish sandwich once a week. I did the bagel maybe 2 or 3 times a week. And I cooked. I was still cooking or whatever. And I only gained 12 pounds. And I gained those 12 pounds towards the end. I gained the 12 pounds. I think one time I gained like 5 pounds in 1 week, but I was already 7 months. I really didn't. It stayed 280 every time I went. So as I got bigger, I was actually losing weight.
The last month you
I blew up
so big.
Yeah.
Everything, like the skin was tearing.
Oh my gosh.
If I would rub you like that,
it would hurt. Yeah.
Like I would feel the brittleness. Like it was like
and I was greased up. I try to be as greased up as much as possible.
It felt like
dry
baking powder.
Yes, gritty.
Gritty, like baking soda powder or stuff like that. Like I was just like, oh my god, that skin, get the lotion, put the lotion on its skin.
Yeah, it was bad. So this so we get pregnant, first IUI, we get pregnant, twins, and then we have a gender reveal party, and we give the envelope to our good friend, and we cut the cakes at the gender reveal, and it's 2 boys. So we said we was having 2 boys. And we relished with 2 boys. And he was like, yeah, we don't make girls in the family because there are no female grandchildren in the family. There's now a great grand that's a girl.
And my mom.
Well, yes. I mean, out of his mother's.
No, my mother's like, no.
Oh, yes.
It's my mother.
Yes.
At this party, my mom was like, no.
It's wrong.
God does not lie to me.
Yeah. She said God told me it was a boy and a girl.
It's a boy and a girl.
Yes.
She said, I seen it. It was in a dream.
Yes. She said it's wrong. It's wrong.
It's wrong.
She
it's
said
a
that.
Boy and it's a girl.
She did say that.
It was a boy and a girl.
She did say that. And so when I went for my next appointment, they would always hide the genitals from me because I was having this party. So after the party was over, I was like, let me see my boy's thing. And she said, the technician said, oh, you having 2 boys? I said, yeah. So we see the first penis. That's baby B. And then we go and look, and I said, I see 3 little lines. Boop, boop, boop. I said, that penis look like a vagina. And she said, that's a vagina. Who told you was having 2 boys? And I wanted to say that hating ass Eastern European bitch, but I didn't. because that's who gave me the envelope, you sabotaging ass heifer. And she said, no, that's a girl. That's a girl. So it was a girl and a boy. So I put out a nice poem to the people who came to my gender reveal saying we thought it was 2 boys and then we was having a girl, which I think you was happy because you didn't want any more children anyway. And I think we would have tried again if we didn't have a girl. Yeah. So we had talked about it when I was pregnant that, okay, we're having 2 boys. We would try one more time if it for a girl. We did say that. And if we got another boy, that was it. We wasn't doing it again. But you didn't feel the need to do that. You said you would do it for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. He didn't feel the need to try again. He'd have been happy with his 2 boys and that he would try for me for a girl. Now this man treats me like we're just dating and refuses. How strong do you feel about not having any more children? He's not doing it.
I'm not doing it.
He said we got 1 and 1. Oh, here. It's here. Feeling. So did you have any inadequacies going through the fertility treatment? No, really, because it was my fault.
Going into that room.
Oh, you want to tell them? All right, so I have to.
That was my inadequacy. That was my inadequacy.
While I go on a pee break, tell them about how it, because this is for educational purposes.
God.
Tell them how it feels to give a sample.
Jesus.
And give it to an old Filipino woman waiting outside the door.
So I go into this dimly lit room with a DVD player, magazines, and one kind of like lazy boy reclining chair kind of thing in leather.
Wasn't it cool?
It was leather, so they could wipe it down. Yeah, and I was just like, I'm not touching anything in here. That was the most inadequate. That was the most inadequate feeling of performance anxiety anyone can have. I was completely grossed out, but I was like, I didn't touch any DVDs. I didn't touch any of that stuff. I went in there, just got the job done, and yeah. But as far as the fertility thing and the journey of having the kids, I never felt inadequate in any way. It was I live my life as far as if things happen. If they don't, they don't. We just keep moving forward. Like,
so there's a movie that we watched where I think he had to give a sample to get his wife pregnant, and he did the same thing you did. He looked around the room, and then he stood right in the middle of the room and pulled out his phone and didn't touch nothing. Just gave the sample. Okay. So, any more children in the future?
Not unless at 22, 23, knocking on the door saying, "Hey, Dad."
Okay, that's before. Any after our twins?
No.
What if we don't stay together and you meet somebody else and they want children?
I don't think so. It would have to be some very like huge circumstance kind of thing. I don't know.
Like what?
I don't know.
What if
something would have to probably happen to me to want to have another kid or something? But I don't.
Okay. So what is your reason why you don't want another kid? Because
I'm good with the 2.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of work. It almost killed me. I almost died after they were born.
Why?
Because I was going to work, waking up at 6 a.m., going to work, coming home.
And relieving me.
And then relieving Nikki with the kids. And she would cook dinner or whatever she would make. And then we would eat.
Because I stayed home for the first 3 months.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then after she would go to bed, I would feed them throughout the night.
And they were not on the same schedule, y'all.
So one would wake up
feed that one.
One would wake up at say,
and it took 30 minutes to drink a bottle.
It would take 30 minutes or so. By midnight, by 12:30, I finished with one. The other one was still sleeping. I would sleep for 5, maybe 10 minutes. The other one would wake up, and then I would do them for 30 minutes. I would sleep for 5 or 10 minutes. The other one would wake up, which would be an hour later from the last time they fed. And I was doing that for 3 months. And at 6 o'clock in the morning, getting up and going to work. I think I was like 100.
And where was your wife during this whole time?
Sleep. asleep.
I made them.
She didn't have.
I didn't have that motherly part of my brain kick in that when they cried, I would wake up. But you had it. They would go like, and he'd pop up.
I would hear any noise in the house, and
Mhm.
I would just pop up out of bed to see what was going on.
The science says there's a part of your brain that is activated when you're pregnant and you have a child that you're supposed to be, I don't know, more astute and more able to hear and sense your children
for survival.
For survival, right? It didn't work. It did. I heard nothing. The only thing that would wake me up was him getting in and out of the bed, and it was very momentary, and I would go right back to sleep. So he did that. But okay, so if you didn't have to do that, let's say like money aside, right? Because they're very expensive. The kids were on different formulas. And even buying generics, we were spending about $80 a day just in formula with the generics. So, and then Pampers and all that stuff. And then, you know, we live in America and I had unpaid maternity leave, unpaid, and still had to pay my portion of the health insurance. So besides money and you having to get up. So let's say you had enough money to hire a live-in au pair. Would you have any more children?
Yeah, they're taken care of.
Okay, so it's because we're poor.
They're broke.
Because we're poor. Okay.
And also with the kids, I don't want.
Tell them how you feel about having a third kid. Yeah.
Having a third kid would be another boy or another girl, and then the third sibling of the twins that we have now, one of them would feel left out eventually.
That's how you feel. He's a part of two sisters.
So I have two sisters, and I'm the last. I'm the baby. I'm the baby one from the family. So I don't have brothers. So that's why I'm so close with George and Jay, and they were brothers in the neighborhood, and I grew up with them. So I say that they're my brothers. And so I didn't have that bond. I didn't have that.
So you think if we have another kid, if it's a girl, either our daughter or the new daughter might feel slighted, or if it's a boy, yada. So right now,
if it's a daughter, he would feel slighted eventually
because it's two against
one. Two girls, and then if it's a boy, she would feel slighted because it's two boys, and we'd have to go have another one for her.
I wanted another kid for a long time. I always said I wanted 3 children. Did I say 4 or 3?
You said like a bunch of kids.
I always wanted a bunch of children. I asked my mama. I said I was going to name them after the days of the week. Stop. There's a mic. Okay. I always wanted to name the days of the week, but then after we had the twins, I wanted to have another one, at least one more. And when I had them, it was a month before my 35th birthday, so pretty much 35. Morbidly obese, knock on wood or whatever religion or something. I had a very uneventful pregnancy. They would test my blood glucose as much as they could. That was fine. I never got hypertension, no preeclampsia, no nothing. And I had a vaginal birth for twins. So I feel lucky. We feel lucky. And you've told me in the past that you don't want to like
that too, like
be ungrateful or whatever. What did you say? Yeah, like
because
risk it. You know,
you risk something. I feel if you ever hear like the stories of people who win the lottery, it's like a one in a gazillion chance they get it, and they help people and they do everything they want, and the kids end up being drug addicts, and
because they had the access to that money.
People die because they're driving super fast cars that they shouldn't be driving because they don't have the experience, and like all of this bad stuff happens because of the want and the need, and I have to have and you finally have it without appreciating what you had. Kind of puts a bad juju. You say juju. Puts a bad juju on your life.
Yeah, you be grateful for what you have. We have one of each, why would we?
And then everybody says, "Oh my God, you're so lucky. You did it, and you have each one, and you're done." Because what else could you want? You want another son. You have a son. You want another daughter. You have a daughter.
Yeah. So I have, I don't know, conceded. I do a lot of jokes about having another baby or whatever, but we're pretty much done.
Not jokes for me.
Yeah. We're done. We're done.
I'm like, stop it.
We are done. even though we haven't done anything to, well, there's no more babies coming. Okay, the twins are here. So this is baby A, baby B. That is the day they were born. My son, baby B, could not regulate his blood sugar. He was born at 4 pounds. Pretty much, I didn't have an emergency delivery, but my last appointment, which I never missed an appointment ever, and I was high risk, so I had to go every 2 weeks. And then once I got closer to my birth, the time their due date was January 3rd, which is my husband's birthday. That was their due date. And I was going every week. And in one appointment.
And I didn't miss one.
You missed one.
I didn't.
My mother
I
went.
Gave it up.
Yes. I was only allowed to have one person in the room, and I gave an opportunity for my mother to go, I think twice. Maybe 2 times. And you always came with me. Yes. Every 2 weeks you were there. So one of the measurements, he was measuring smaller than the week before. So this was on a Thursday. On a Friday, I took off of work and I went and got my hair done. So that's my hair right there.
Yeah. I want to talk about that picture.
Okay, so this is my hair. I went and got my hair done because they said he's measuring small, so we want you to come in on Monday. Okay, it's not urgent, but come in on Monday. So I said, okay, I'm about to give birth, told my job, this is my last day, and I went and got my hair done just so I could relax because my anxiety was so high. I did something nice for myself, and I went and got my hair blown out. And we went into the hospital on Monday, and I labored up until the wee hours of Tuesday morning. It was born on Tuesday.
3 a.m.
2:36 and 2:41 a.m. So what picture do you want to tell the people about?
The third one. You're feeding a lot.
Feeding. Okay, go ahead.
So in the picture there, she's feeding my son. So
he went to the NICU.
He was in the NICU. So prior to that, they wanted us to change him, but I saw that every time that we changed him and we had to feed him the bottle, he wouldn't want to drink the bottle.
And he wasn't, so they couldn't take him out.
So we wouldn't be able to take him out. So in order for us to take him out, he had to finish the bottle.
No, he didn't have to finish.
Well, he would have to drink an ounce.
One ounce.
We'd have to be able to give him an ounce.
Half a bottle, because the bottle's 2 ounces.
So they said change him. I said, do not change that boy. I was like, don't you?
Because he would cry because it was cold. Cry.
So all that he would put out so much energy. He was weak. He would put out so much energy, crying and being shivered and shaking, that he would just basically be passed out and wouldn't drink the bottle. He would just be kind of like in a daze. So I said, just leave him. He's gonna poop anyway within a half hour or so after that bottle. So we sat down. She sat down. I took the picture, and he actually. He drank, and we were so happy.
We got to take him out.
And we had such a good nurse guy.
Filipino nurse.
Male nurse. He was so good. He took so good care.
Made sure he ate. He would really pretty much force feed Elias to eat.
Every time I would go in, just say, don't worry, I'll take care of him.
Take care of him. Because not that we wanted to bring both of them home at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
And when you have a vaginal birth, you only stay in the hospital for 2 days. If you have a C-section, you could stay at 5 days. So I was scheduled to leave. I had an uneventful delivery, no problem. So we were going home at a certain time, and my daughter was cleared to go home, and we really did not want to have to leave that would have really made us sad if we couldn't bring them home at the same time. So this is the picture, the one at the top under the StreamYard. Little picture is the day we were checking out to leave, and I had bought these outfits, and they were swimming in them. And the one down there, the one at the bottom, they were just a few days old, and all the clothes I bought was newborns, because everybody was telling me, don't buy newborn clothes, don't buy small clothes, don't buy newborn Pampers, because they come out big. How big were you as a baby?
Was it 8.88?
8 pounds. His sister was 10 pounds. The other sister was 9 pounds. Oh, we make big babies. Okay. I had size 1 Pampers, size 2 Pampers, 3 to 6 months clothes. I had nothing newborn, just a little bit of newborn clothes.
And you look like you was gonna give like 16-pound babies.
Yeah,
a piece.
My belly was
You
big.
should have put that picture up.
I don't know if I want to scare the people on how big my belly was gonna be. So I was very big. So I looked like I was gonna have 2 8-pounders. That's how big. And they came out 4 and 6. So I remember driving with my mother. We were driving somewhere and there was a Babies R Us, and my mother said, just take my credit card and just go in there and buy him some preemie clothes. She said, just buy him some preemie clothes. Like, just go ahead. So I remember y'all sat in the car and I went in and I went to like the clearance rack, and this little outfit he wore for so long. Because I'm like, I'm not investing all of this in preemie clothes, but he was a tiny little thing. He's still tiny. Okay, prior dating history. I pulled these pictures off of your social media account. I just went all the way back in time. And I pulled some of these.
Wasn't many pictures.
It was a lot of these kind of pictures.
That was my 30th birthday. Taking this
That is not your 30th
Yeah,
birthday.
yeah.
I was with
It's a
you for your 30th birthday. I did your 30. So how
20 so then
2000 this is 2009.
25 maybe?
No, 2009. So 27?
No. 27?
I don't know. But I did your 30th. I did it at the
the
pool hall. Okay, so I pulled these lovely pictures from your social media page. So prior dating history, how was it? I think we talked about it a little bit, but how was it?
It's all right.
Okay. Likes or dislikes?
Of dating?
Of being single and dating?
Freedom. No.
I agree.
I don't know. I wasn't a big dater.
No?
Yeah.
Okay. What do you miss about being single? Or do you miss
leaving?
Just leaving?
Leaving. The only thing.
Like get up
like
and go.
I could just get up and go, and just there's nothing.
Yeah.
You're alone. There ain't nothing else but you. So wherever you is your whole life.
Yeah.
Get in the car.
I feel that way with kids too.
Yeah.
Way before the
like
kids.
I used to go in the car and I would just drive. And then on a Saturday I would drive and I would just go take 87 North. I'll go into some town and just check out the town.
And what car did you have back then?
The Mustang. And I just walk around.
And what color was your Mustang?
It was green.
Yes.
It was beautiful green.
It was like forest green. Any regrets of being married, getting married, and being a father?
No.
No? Do you have any regrets in your dating life? Or your prior single life?
No.
No?
I don't. Yeah. I've done a lot of like self-reflection and stuff like that. Yeah. Dr. Wayne Dyer passed away a couple years ago, maybe like 5 years ago. And his was my favorite quote. He goes, "Don't stress the things you can control because you can control them, and don't stress the things that you can't control because you can't control them." So stress isn't real. So like the whole stressing out and kind of like being regretting things in the past and stuff, like I don't think so. Like everything that I've done in the past has led me here, and every time I'm here, I'm good. I'm fine with it. So I'm not a junkie. I'm not a drunk. I could have been a drunk. Could have.
All right, let's do some conversation starters. We're almost done. We'll spitfire these because we're almost at 2 hours. What's one random thing or event that you saw or witnessed recently that made you think of me?
One random thing. It's a bunch of things.
Just the latest one that made you think, like you saw it or heard it, and then I popped into your head.
The most recent one, coworker at my current job is purchasing these small travel containers in order to put some shampoo and stuff in it so that we can order a large shampoo and not spend extra money on individual like thing packages. So when he said, I'm buying a big one of these, and then he got the little travel container, it brought me back to you. And when you purchase
Fabric
a
softener.
fabric softener that you thought it was a big fabric softener, and we got it in the mail, it was this
So small.
4 or 5 ounce container of fabric softener shaped in the
Like-
same bottle that a
large
larger would
one.
have with a handle
And the spout.
and the spout and everything. And it was so funny because they got her. And I'm looking at him, and the second I saw the difference in the sizes, that clicked into my head, and I was just, it was funny.
That's funny. For me was I end up sharing you the picture was the car with the outlets underneath it.
That was a good one.
That made me think of you because we've had some doozies as far as vehicles, and you have kept them together. Some MacGyvering. All right, what advice would you give to the younger generation about marriage?
Don't get married.
Same here.
Don't
I would
get
tell
married.
them go get married.
Everything
You can be together. You can shack
which
up.
is what
You can have a life.
which is what I
Yes.
wanted to do, and
Yeah.
she was like, "No, we
No.
gotta get married."
Yeah.
The system, if you want to survive, the system is based on providing for the less fortunate. So if you're a single mother, you have a lot more
access to
resources than you are if you're married.
Mm-hmm.
If you're married, you get tax breaks, but they're not like they used to be for the way it was for our parents.
Yeah.
So everything for marriage is basically the storyline of marriage and the benefits that go along with it. Unless you're religious, it's not the same as it used to be.
You can have a commitment ceremony if you want
you
all of the pomp and spiritual.
Have a spiritual wedding and be single. Then
so for us, I would say we are middle class. Do you agree?
No, not even that.
Below middle class.
I think.
So basically, I'm the finance person in the family. I handle the money. I do all the investments and stuff, and I have pretty much tinkered with tax software and I have done our taxes as if you were a single father of 2 living in this house. And if I was just out on my side, out on my own, and I've done it all the ways. You with the kids, me with the kids, us together. And it's not if because we own property. So I would say this, if you want to own property, get married. If you are renting, you don't need to get married. You actually come out better not being married if you are a renter, despite your income and if you have kids. If you own property, you get bigger tax breaks, as that's how the system works. You get bigger tax breaks. So and it's not that much. It's a slight. It's a slight difference because we own property.
But the thing is,
but then I'm not even accounting the loss of food stamps or discounted child care and all that.
If you take the benefits and tax breaks of a house and then you put them and weigh them up against what you have to do for property taxes for that house, you tend to even break even compared to somebody who's renting.
Yeah, I think there are benefits. There's pros and cons to renting and owning a home. But I think if you are married, go ahead and just own that home. If you're not and you don't have any intentions of owning a home, then you're losing out if you get married. Depending on how much you earn. We're talking about middle class people. We're talking about a household income less than $200,000 a year. That's what I'm talking. Less than $250,000.
That's middle class?
Yes, the $250,000 in where we live is middle class. The break is between one or 100,000 and 200,000 is in the same tax percentage break. So you got 0 to 30,000 or 40. It's been a long time, guys, but there's certain percentage that you pay. So I'm only talking. So when we were poor and not married, we were doing okay because you had the student loan interest. And I was always getting dang in my taxes. You would get a return I would owe because you had student loan interest to write off. I had no property and no kids. I was banged. I think one time I did taxes, I was in the 27% or 33% tax making $35,000 a year. And now when I do our taxes, it's 1%, 2% because of the assets and the kids or whatever. So that's the advice. I think the whole concept of marriage, you can have a commitment ceremony, you can shackle with somebody, you can have a whole party, but we live in America, and you know, it's money, right? Money based. So money and opportunity aside, what aspiration would you pursue? Like if it didn't matter,
if money
wasn't an option, and opportunity wasn't an option, like you had the opportunity,
I could just do it,
you
whatever
could do
I wanted.
whatever you wanted, what would you do?
Oh man. I would travel the world doing photography. That's what I wanted to do. The what was the movie with
Biddy?
Schmidt?
No,
Schmidt,
Biddy.
something Schmidt.
The Secret Life of Walter Mitty.
The Secret Life of Walter Mitty. There was a photographer.
We're movie buffs, so if you ever want to challenge us, you gonna lose.
So the photographer in that movie,
2013 with Ben Stiller,
Yeah.
Secret Life of Walter Mitty, super recommendation.
Oh my
Really
God.
good movie.
I can't even get the guy's name.
The funny looking one.
No. What's it called?
The photographer.
Yeah. Anyway,
we've been drinking,
famous,
guys.
Yeah, famous.
Sean Penn.
Sean Penn.
How can we get it? Like he went full tard.
Yes,
Remember Sean Penn went full tard.
So Sean Penn was a photographer, and he was just on the side of a mountain. That
reference is from Tropic Thunder.
He was on the side of a mountain going to take a picture of a mountain lion, and he never did. He just lived in the moment. And
he was there for months.
He was out there for months.
He said, "You're not going to take the picture?" He said, "No."
That is something that I know I could do. Mm-hmm. If I wasn't colorblind, I'm colorblind. I probably would have gone full military and would have been like sniper school kind of thing, because I could be out somewhere and
just
be
sitting
still and not move. I can drive hours in the car to a location with no music or no nothing, and
no heat,
and it not bother me. None of that would bother me.
So do you zone out, or you're really in the moment?
It really doesn't bother me. It's not that I'm zoning out. I'm in the moment. I know it's cold. I know it's quiet. I can hear the tires rubbing against the pavement. I'm not tired. I'm not sleepy. I'm not bored. I'm just in the moment. It's not something that bothers me.
Okay. For me, I always knew I wanted a business. I don't know what that business is.
Yeah, business is tough.
I know what I want. I know I want to get in an elevator, go to my office floor. We probably rent out the whole floor, and people walk in and go, "Good morning, Miss Nicole. Good morning." Very what is that woman? Oh my God, it's a remake. Jesus, it'll come to me. But anyway, I walk through in my
Devil Loves Prada.
There we go. Yes. Very Devil Wears Prada, except I wouldn't be me, but that is it. I'm dripped in thousands of dollars worth of clothes. I'm like this. I have my, designer latte in my fucking hand, and I just walk to the back of my office. I don't know what the hell we sell. Crockets or sprockets, Spacely sprockets. Who the fuck knows what a sprocket is? We don't know what a sprocket does.
I know what a sprocket
is. We don't know what. I say George Jefferson, right?
No,
what was
Jefferson? George. Was it George Jefferson?
Were they both George Jefferson?
They were both George Jefferson.
They was both George Jefferson.
This is the worst live
oh my God
in history.
It's not. You having a nervous twitch on camera. So anyway, I just knew I wanted a business. I wanted to be a boss. I wanted employees. I don't know what kind of business it would be. But I knew I wanted to do that. So I have the business now, and it's just pretty much this, and I have no idea what to do with it. It's classified pretty much as miscellaneous at this point. I don't know if I want to do something where it's inventory or I'll provide a service. I've always felt like I could provide a service, maybe I don't know, a marketing firm or something, but I just know I wanted an office, I wanted employees, and I wanted to be a boss. And I think I'd be a bomb boss. I think I'd be so good, my turnover rate would be low. Like people would stay with me because I know what it's like to work in the trenches and be treated like shit. So that's what I would do. Kids aside, which of your achievements are you most proud of? Besides me and the kids, what is your achievement that you're most proud of?
I don't think I have any.
You don't have any achievements or any achievements you're proud of?
I don't know. I graduated college, and it was an achievement, but
Can
I
I
was
suggest
never
one?
like proud of
It
it.
doesn't have to be what you think it is. Can I tell you what I'm most proud of you are for achievement? We had an old Maxima. We talked about it recently. We had an old Maxima, and when I find a picture, I'm gonna put it up in the like community section. And we took apart everything. You took apart everything, and you changed out parts or whatever. Did it have a vibrate or something was wrong with it? And you put it all back together, and we were like this that it would start. And when it started, we were so happy. We were so
That's my achievement.
no,
Getting the
that
car
I'm most
on
proud of
college.
because you went to college for art. You have no mechanical training whatsoever. You are a YouTube mechanic, and you were able to like use your brain and your situational awareness and common sense and
That's what I'm proud of.
yeah, that you could just
I can the most thing I'm proud of, and even today, I'm gonna say I was annoyed with you about the ladder. She's telling me we have a ladder that can reach the top of our chimney, and I would say my achievement is that I can see something and know it doesn't work. I can see something and know it's going to work.
There's a commercial going on with this actress. She's a lesbian actress, very famous. I don't know her name, but the joke is she goes, "That's not going to fit. That's not going to fit." People are trying to do stuff, and she goes, "That's not going to fit." Like she could just see that, like they're trying to put a couch in an elevator, and she's like, "That's not going to fit." You can see something, see if it's going to work or not.
Yeah, just experience of life, and if you say how, I'm like, I don't know. I to me, it's like, how can you not see that doesn't work? Like that does make zero. That makes zero sense. But to you, like, I ordered this, and it's this tall. The house, how high is the highest point of the house? It should reach. Like it's not gonna reach, right? And I can see. I think that's my problem. And if I don't know something, I can either learn it quickly, pick it up, or just figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For me, I've been faking it for years. I think like I feel my intellect and everything is like a facade. It's not real. I always feel like I'm gonna be, they're gonna know.
They're gonna out you. They're gonna out you.
Know. And it's so funny because I get so much praises at work. And if y'all didn't know that 5 minutes before I learned how to do Illustrator on Adobe, and I'm putting you see this slide? I learned how to do this in 5 minutes.
The internet's fantastic. I put together Excel files for work in like
everybody
10, 20
else
minutes.
has access to the same internet and they don't do it. So maybe it's the drive to learn. I think because I'm a student of learning. No. I love to learn. No. So maybe that's it.
That's because you a hustler.
I am.
It's not to learn. If you were a student of learning, what you would do is start with page 1 of the Excel book.
I don't.
Or whatever.
I'm jumping to what the fuck I need.
You have to find what you need. Yeah, and that's all it is. And that's an intellectual thing. Because that's what Einstein did. Einstein would, as brilliant as he was, he didn't know anybody's phone number. And he said, "Why would I memorize a phone number? I have a finite amount of brain space to have information. Why would I waste it on a phone number that I can look in the phone book?" So you captivate and you memorize the things that are needed, that you need to further yourself.
I'm also very good at being thrown into a situation and not sinking. Like
Oh yeah, you
I
figure out. You
I
have to. You
could
have to
eh,
figure
on the
out. Oh, you
fly,
have to
like
figure
on
out.
the
Oh,
fly. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. So okay.
You can see you can see opportunities where other people don't,
Don't.
kind
Yeah.
of thing.
Yeah. When or where do you feel like the most you?
All the time, baby. When do I feel like the most me? That's weird. It's a weird question.
Oh, you want me to go first?
No. When I feel the most, like,
You don't know who you are.
like comfortable.
Just the most you. What element, what situation, what time of day do you feel the most like Eli? Because I feel lost a lot as a parent. I'm not me. I'm mom.
Well, you're
99% of the time
well,
I
you're
am mom.
categorizing it now.
Well, I'm just giving you an example so you can. I haven't been me in a long time. I've been mom. So I'm playing that mom role.
No, I wouldn't agree. I wouldn't agree with that. So if I would say, well, when would I be the most me?
When do you feel like
The most me is when I can literally be by myself. If I'm by myself and there's nothing else going around, then of course I'm gonna feel like I'm me.
See, that's not
But
me.
it's
I'm
not-
still mom.
but
I'm
it's
still
not gonna
thinking
be
and
me.
doing things.
Is well, you have to find your outlet.
Well, I have.
So if I go to work out,
Mhm.
which I haven't done in a while, that's me. That's
Okay, so you working out,
me
lifting
working
weights.
out, lifting weights.
Okay.
That's just me, because it's just me and a I don't know, like a force, like me putting out a force, me finding me and my goal, right? Who's gonna win today? The weights or me? Like, what are you gonna put out?
Mine is in the water of a beach. Just in a beach.
Because you like to swim.
I like to swim. In a beach, in a pool. And even when we took the kids to a pool a couple months ago, even the water.
In the hot tub.
Yeah,
Was like,
yeah. I was like this in the hot tub. So even when we took the kids to the pool and I was still holding one, I was still taking care of kids.
okay.
I still felt like me. So yeah, and we haven't been in the water.
Well, that's
in a
something
long
that's
time.
something that you enjoy.
But I get lost in it. Like
same thing with the weights.
So I don't know if you remember, we took them out. They were getting cold. We took them out. You were sitting with them, and I was just in there, like just floating. Like that. That's for me. That's a thing for me. Okay, next.
I would say pool too.
For you?
Yeah, pool, billiards.
Oh, I'm like, you don't like water? Billiards. Remember when I won that one game? Okay, let's connect. We got to do these fast. Okay. This picture, I think, right before we got pregnant. On the day
Christmas party?
No, this picture they were. I don't know if this picture is before I got pregnant or after I got pregnant. Because I remember this is at the other job's Christmas party. I think that's the same night. You had on a white shirt. Let's see.
It's a different time.
You didn't talk about that. Yeah, same picture. So before we had kids.
Okay.
You didn't talk about you busting your face open. Okay. When did you feel most loved by me?
Every day.
Come on.
And the most love. When did I feel the most? When was the most of all of this that I felt from you? The most love.
I'm not very expressive with love.
No.
As far
most forgiveness.
Fine, change it. So let me answer mine first. Okay. The most love was the most love by you. I don't know. I don't know.
That you don't know because you'll be having them drunken stupors. I gotta carry you around, protect you.
All right, the most forgive.
Most forgive. We had a fight. Can't tell you what the fight was about, but I lost. I lost the fight. I lose all the fights.
It's an argument, not a physical fight.
I win 0.0001%, of the arguments that we have.
That's fair.
Even though it's any judge and jury would put me up at higher ranking. The most forgiveness was the next day. I got spaghetti bake, which I love. I think I got some cakes and whatever, and she was bringing these things to me. And I'm just like, yo, we just had a blowout fight the night before, and this is happening. And I was like, oh, she's sorry. I won that fight last night because she is sorry, and she can't say sorry.
I can't.
She can't say she's sorry.
What personality traits do you think I most admire about you?
That this can go either way. You either admired it or you hate it about me. That I can be indifferent and not affected by things.
Yes, very true. I admire it, but I hate it. Yeah. Your ability to oh, what about me? So no, I gotta answer the question.
You asked it to me, yeah. So
okay. What do I think you admire about me? Personality trait. I'm funny. I said admire about me, but you never been.
I admire something that I have.
Because you never had a funny girl. Any of your girls were funny?
Yes, but then why would I admire something?
Because I'm a funny girl.
I have it. You're married to me.
What personality traits? Oh, we did that. Did I put the same thing? No, you think? Oh, that's bull.
So I'll tell you what I admire. I'll finish it.
Okay.
That you have a multitude strand of thinking. If something happens, you have like 5 different ways you think about the same thing, even though it drives me crazy because then it's like and this, that, and the other, and what if this, what if that, was this happen? When I was like, all right, we could just do this one thing, which probably will solve it 90% of the time, and if it doesn't, then we'll find something else. But you're trying to find the 100%
efficient way, cheapest way, yeah.
And there's stuff that I can't think of sometimes.
Yeah, I'm very interdimensional. What's your favorite thing about married life so far?
I don't like the question. I don't know.
I got this from a website.
Whether we're married or not, we would have been together.
I'm talking about marriage, not as far as the paperwork and stuff. Just think of marriage like yes,
being together was my favorite thing of being together. So far, that we've made it this far.
I agree. The consistency. What name 3 things that make you proud of me?
That make me proud of you. The way you think, even though it annoys me. You're savvy for things like she ordered pants and uniform pants, and like I got them for $11. I'm like, well, send them back and keep one pair, but until for September to see if the kids grow into them or not. She's like, well, then I would have to buy them in full price, and then they still need 3 pairs of pants. And okay, do whatever you want, sew them up, whatever.
I've been sewing them.
She can sew them up to be savvy. She can find a good deal and not be swayed by spending $800 on.
I'm not a label person.
Yeah, $800 on buying stuff for the kids if she's getting it already for half price. So rather than the long term of a year, $1,600, it's $800 now, kind of thing, which I wouldn't do. I'd be like, just keep buying $200 a month.
Yeah,
on $2,400 by the end of the year rather than the $800. So,
what's the third thing?
The brain, the savvy, went a third. What was it? Proud. Third thing. No. What was the question? Proud of?
Name 3 things you're proud of.
Proud of me. The other one was envy. Your 20-minute meals.
Thank you. They used to be 30-minute meals, not
20,
20-minute meals.
20-minute meals. It's.
I'm very intuitive. I'm very I could work with what I got, right?
Yeah,
I'm
and
good at
it's
that.
and
I put shit together.
and that's how we got through a lot of time trying to come up, going to Dollar Tree and putting stuff together and finding discounts and manager specials and yeah.
Mine's is you can definitely make $1 out of 15 cents. You did that with our cars. You were
oh my god, the credit
using
card.
the same discount code to get
the credit card company was like, "Is this you?"
Yeah. You can definitely for certain things. Like you were on board with our financial plan. We did the fiscal fast. You never really fought me on anything. And if I not even money, but if I want to do something, you're gonna support me in it. That's what I like. I do admire the fact that you can be unbothered. I said that before. Like you can compartmentalize and just be like, so like when I was having back and forth with Manosphere people and they were like insulting you, your husband must be a simp, your husband must be a thing. And you were like, I don't give a fuck about those people. Fuck.
You wanted me to get you wanted to be mad. You wanted me to be mad because they're calling me names. I'm like, who the fuck are these people? They're nobody. They're not paying my bills. They're not doing nothing for me. They're nothing but noise in the background.
Yeah, and I was there online like, you don't know my man. You know my man's a real man. And I was like, get on it. Go and tell him. He was like, for what? I don't know these fucking people. These people don't pay my bills. And I was like, you're right. Third thing, how you jumped into being a father in the most non-traditional way that you were raised. How you was able to not go with what you were exposed to and really change
I was exposed to it.
That man ain't never changed no pamper.
Yeah, but I was always my mother did the babysitting stuff and I was always around and my mom always. That might be like the biggest factor of the man that I am with even dating and how I am reflective and is probably because I had my mother and my sisters. That's probably it.
Yeah, fatherhood. That's I could admire that because the men I was exposed to and what I saw were not as active as you are. You're like super dad. Okay, I'm skipping some of these. Oh, what's your favorite sexual memory with me? We're not talking about that. What is the? We're not talking. I just copied and pasted.
You didn't
I didn't read it. I know. I copied and pasted from like Good Housekeeping or some shit like that, or Modern Woman. Hold on. Right. What is the pain in me you wish could be healed?
Holy crap. You don't want to talk about the other one, but you want to talk about that. You serious?
You don't want to answer it?
I don't know. You want me to answer it?
You could skip it.
I'll answer it, but it's about you. So
yes, it's about me.
We're going to get to a fight after.
Okay, let's skip that. How do you feel about being in an interracial marriage?
Doesn't faze me.
It bothers me a lot.
Doesn't faze me.
I have feelings, and it's not you. It's anybody.
Can't be, man. Gorgeous.
I feel like a traitor. I feel like I can't go to none of the rallies. I can't go to none of the meetings.
No.
Every time, like, look, this is real. Every time I talk about Blackness and stuff, it gets thrown in my face that I'm in an interracial marriage because that's how that is how Black people are. Like, I watch Dr. Umar shit all the time and I can't even comment and like, yeah, I'm with you on what you said because I am a deflector of the race. And on top of that, I'm doubly because it's one thing to be married to you guys. I had children. Oh. I know. Oh. I look at
I
that
don't even wanna
yellow.
be married to you anymore.
I
It's
look at that
disgusting.
yellow female that
Mm.
we made, and I weep. My ancestors weep.
Ugh. My great grandfather was the whitest Colonel Sanders motherfucker. Look, like terrible.
There's tons of
Slave.
white.
Hold
There's
on,
tons of white.
slave owner, right? What's
No,
his-
he did the books for the slave owner.
Oh, okay.
he
He
was
he was the business end of slavery for
The-
for Churchill, for
Yes,
Winston
Winston
Churchill.
Churchill. So
Great great grandfather.
I don't know. I don't. It's far, but there's white throughout that. It's like their kids were mixed, and then they went white, and then
You're all mixed.
it's so bad that I can't even do my DNA because I know there's not enough sub-Saharan African in here for me to even be saying white. So that's really how I feel. I love you. I love my kids, but there's a part of me in the back that feels like I have sold out. Next slide. Let's time travel into the future. What do you want our life together to look like 5 years from now, 10 years from now, whatever?
5 years from now, it'll be 10. Not much of a difference 5 years from now. Probably new cars because you have to get one new car. So I'm keeping mine.
Yeah.
Are
we still in this house?
We're still in this house.
Mm-hmm.
I would want you to.
Well, what do you want now? What do you expect? What do you want?
I would want you to be where you want to be with your weight and your health, and actually be happy. With yourself, and that.
Yeah, I
know you see people and you're like, oh, you see a video and you're like, I wish I was that. Yeah. And I wish this and that.
I'm gonna give myself 10 years because I'm 40 now. I'm gonna give myself 10 years. I'll be 50. The kids will be 15 to figure out what I want to do when I grow up. Because I think at 50, I am now an adult. I'm now an adult at 50 because I'm
halfway through it.
I'm an adult. Right? Nobody, because I'm
100.
I am 40. I'm a millennial, and I still watch cartoons. And we watched Croods 2 on our birthday celebration in the Poconos. We were watching cartoons, sir. We watched cartoons. So, and we enjoyed it.
That was good.
Right? So I'm thinking at 50, I'm now a solidified grown up in America. I should know what I want to do. Right? Or not want to do. So that's my thing. Is there one daily habit that you would like me to do every day that would make you 10 times happier? What would it be? You don't want that. Not with this little mouth.
One thing that you would do every day. I don't know. You answer.
I would love for you to cook.
Oh, you don't want me to cook.
If you would cook,
I can cook every day. You want me to cook every day? I'll cook every day. You know,
and it'd be delicious. That would make me 10 times happier. Just to take that because all my food tastes the same and I'm bored. What gives you hope for the future? I think our kids. I
got no hope for this future.
It's an election year, guys.
It's aliens.
I think it's our kids because I think if we didn't have the kids, although you say that it's not true, I don't think our foundation would be strong enough to make it. I think our kids ground me a lot. I think I'd be more intolerable without the kids.
You are intolerable.
Bite me.
With or without the kids. You act like you're different now than you were before.
What is a tradition from your family that you want to take into our family?
We have traditions.
We didn't have traditions either.
We had traditions. What, Christmas?
But y'all don't even do Christmas. Y'all do the day before Christmas.
The day before Christmas, Christmas Eve.
I don't have tradition. I grew up with a single mom. Okay. My mom was very active in keeping me involved in extracurriculars. I don't know if I'll call that a tradition. She kept me busy. I got exposed to stuff. I would like to do that more with the kids. What is your perception of our financial goals? I don't think we have any financial goals. Our financial goal was getting here. I haven't made anything.
Just gotta save money and see what happens because
I don't even need. Yeah.
Everything's kind of.
We had a lot of financial goals when we were in the Bronx. The financial goal was getting out of the Bronx because they had raised our rent, and we purchased a co-op. It
wasn't even like goals because
it was goals. We did fiscal fast.
Yes, but we did that. We did that like in a year and a half, 2 years. We was like damn near ready to and was looking. I think a goals like future goals, like 2 years is as far as like future goals go. 2 years is a very short amount of time.
Well, I think we didn't know it would be 2 years. Yeah. We were just if they didn't raise our rent, like,
and then we got the apartment from the apartment to here. That was fast too.
No, we was there 5, 6 years. Oh, from when we were looking.
From when you looked at your goal. So
yeah, so we were in an apartment and it was rent stabilized as an agreement, and then it jumped from like 7.
This is your goal.
Well, I don't know what I'm doing with this.
Let's develop it as far as it's gonna.
I have no. This could be right now. This is a hobby. Yeah. Because I want to talk a lot. That's all.
Yeah.
But the financial goal was when they raised it and we were now paying market price for the apartment. The goal was to get out.
Oh yeah, because at the time it was like we're paying $1,200. We can pay $1,200 for a small apartment in a co-op or a condo.
Yeah, so it went from $700 to like $1,200.
I was like, we could from that money.
And I was like, this is going in rent. This is ridiculous. If it was still $700, we probably wouldn't have a goal to leave except for the stairs. But we were pretty okay there. And then very quick when we put our mind to it, we were doing fiscal fast. We were looking, and then it happened fairly quickly. There was one place we were looking at that fell through. That was right by the job. And then we got this place. And then once COVID hit with the kids and we were having like real tumultuous times with the neighbors downstairs, fuck it, we're going to go. And then I said the interest rate is super low. Mm-hmm. The interest rate is super low. This is crazy. It's super low. We should jump on it. And we did. We borrowed. We sold cars. Remember, we had to sell cars to get money. We sold cars to get the down payment. And then because I didn't sell the apartment, we still had the apartment. They held it against us. So we had to put even more money down. We had to come up with $100,000 in cash for down payment and closing. And we did it. We freaking did it. And then we sold the apartment and we made it right with the people that helped us. And so right now, I say it proudly, the interest rate is 2.25%. I don't know if we'll ever see that again. But I have to give credit where credit is due. We purchased it during the COVID situation, right? Same thing with your student loans. We was able to convert it because of the rules and stuff in COVID, and then get the loan forgiveness. If not, you wouldn't qualify because it was private. So yeah, I think we'll be here. Financial goals is right now our biggest debt is what we're sitting in. But is really no urgency and rush. I do want to pay off the cars quicker than the time because one is 5% and one is 7%. It's very high. And that's a goal that I want to pay off the cars. And I do know it's been a long time since we had a car note. It's been a long time since we
kept that truck going.
We had the truck going. We had the Hyundai. We paid for the Hyundai in cash. We had a loan on the
Journey.
The Journey. We sold that, so we didn't have that debt. And we got a little bit of coin too. We sold it more than what we bought it for. And so that's a goal, is to pay down the student loan debt. I mean, not the student loan.
A timer for this thing?
I get 20 hours a month.
Oh.
Yeah. So, and then I could upgrade and get more. What do you think about next year? What are you excited about? I'll go first. Next year is an election year. I'm not excited at all. I'm even grappling with even voting. I'm very jaded, and I feel like the president is not elected, but I also feel if I don't vote, then these people die for nothing. And they had no idea that the whole system would be fucked up. So yes, I'm still going to vote. I took a lot of shit. I'm going to vote. I'm honestly grappling with who I'm going to vote for. I feel like Black people are just like pigeonholed into being Democratic, and I'm not really seeing that. but I also don't like the antics of Donald Trump. It's just a lot. I'll do another video on my political views, but I'm not excited with it being an election year. It's a lot of anxiety. And then that kind of consumes my social media because that's what I look up. So the algorithms and the cookies just keep throwing this into my direction. So I'm not looking forward to this year. I just kind of want to just get through it and pull the Band-Aid off. What are you?
That's that thinking thing, because I'm nowhere near any of that.
You don't care?
I don't.
See?
You know how I feel.
Like we're definitely yin and yang.
Yeah, but you know how I feel about the political stuff, especially after Michael Bloomberg. After I saw like that shenanigan, I was just like, it's all BS.
Yeah.
None of them are in it for the people. Everyone is in it for themselves.
Yeah. And if they do start being in it for the people, the system corrupts you and swallows you whole, and then you either got to play the game or get out.
You have to play the game.
Yeah, and they all play the game.
Okay. Let me finish the question.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I'm really gonna try once the spring comes to hit my 15-pound goal of putting on weight.
And what is your goal number
throughout the year?
200?
No, that's way.
Remember, you tried to do 200.
I did one.
He was 6 feet. He's 6 feet or 6'1". Yeah.
My highest weight was 196.
You almost there. And you were sick as a dog.
And I was so sick
trying to get all that food
keeping it together. Yeah.
Isn't that a shitty problem to have? Is to keep weight on to be 200 pounds?
It was a lot of work.
You never made it to 200.
No, right? I think if I would have made it, I would have died. I think my heart probably would have given out. And it wasn't like I was on steroids or anything like that.
It's funny because we had the same goal. Food. We both wanted to be 200 pounds.
We wanted to be 200. But
we both wanted to be 200 pounds.
I'm 170 right now. I want to be 185. But I want to be able
muscular 185.
I want to be able to hold it and be consistent. Because I was 185 for a long time. And my body held it.
Yeah, but your job also has you walking a lot.
Yeah, I'm doing a lot.
You look cardio. Better. You look better because it was 180 in your tummy, so you look better.
Oh no,
all the walking. Yeah.
Okay,
180 muscular.
185 muscular.
185 muscular.
Which I was there for a long time.
You was.
I was going to the gym.
That's when you was three times a week.
4 times a week.
Yeah, that's before kids.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. If you could design a dream job for me, what would it be?
I'd put you in $1,000 clothes where you could take an elevator.
Should have went this. That's
what I want for you, baby.
You want what I want. Good job. If we scrapped our budget, where do you want to go on the next vacation? A vacation. We don't go on vacation. Our last vacation was Puerto Rico with 4-month-olds.
Scrapping everything, going on vacation, just me and you.
No kids?
No kids?
No, I'm asking kids or no kids. It's just family vacation.
A family vacation, then I have to say Disney World.
Me too. I would want to do the Disney cruise that stops off at Disney World.
Okay, yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, my boss did it and it was upwards of like 30 grand. Because she bought her family and her brother and his wife and their 2 kids, and their parents. So they got a suite, multi-room suite on the boat. It goes, to I don't know, whatever you do, the Disney theme park, and then you go back on the boat. She said it was worth it. Once in a lifetime, though, she said for her kids. When you look ahead, what makes you the most anxious?
I'm not built for questions.
Okay.
In life.
For me is our children establishing relationships with other children because they do not go to school in their community. And she's missing out on kids who have literally followed a path with each other, like from kindergarten to.
You said she because your problem is with her.
My problem with her? No, because she's been asking. I said it because she's been asking for sleepovers. She's been asked. Yeah, she's like a sleepover. And I think it's going to be very hard. And going to, I want to go to Zoe's house for a sleepover.
Yeah, we don't do that.
We don't do, and they'll probably never have a sleepover.
Never.
Not because of the times, because of what it is. Like we went to give the kids a passport, and the attendant said something, and both of our antennas was like, doo, 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 doo. Like the fuck. He seemed interested in the girl, and now we're both looking at each other. We both like had that look with each other, and then I was like, look out for him if he's ever near the school or anything like that, or the house. You know how like you and George have that friendship bond.
Mm-hmm.
I think if we ever do plan anything for the kids, like it doesn't seem far, but it's far, right? Like for them to like have play dates or
play dates is fine, but that sleeping over in somebody's house thing, I don't.
No, they're not never doing that. And I don't think I would have kids sleep over.
And I didn't even do that with George. And George lived houses down from my parents. Like
it's just a different time. It's sad. It's not their fault. It's just sad the way things are. I'm very nervous about them establishing relationships with other kids, like having friends. Because I don't think it'll happen. I think they'll grow up with a bunch of acquaintances and no friends.
Oh, they'll make friends. I'm not worried about that.
Friends where they're like doing stuff with them.
Yeah.
Not acquaintances, friends.
Nobody's gonna.
You think they're gonna be talking on the phone?
Nobody's gonna have a relationship the way me and George have in this era. I don't believe.
Okay.
You'd have to grow because that's
because
more than
we're blinded. You guys played outside. These kids don't play outside no more. Like y'all played outside. Y'all ran up and down the blocks, right? That's not happening.
It's because the community, because the community was different. We basically control the community around there, right? Everybody knew each other. Everybody knew my father. Everybody knew his dad. Everybody knows. So around here, they're not going to have that bond, but they will have friendships. They will have strong friendships. I have a brother relationship with him. That's my family.
So do you have any friends?
I don't have any friends.
Me neither. So George is not even a friend. He's more like a sibling.
Yeah, George and Jayla siblings. Solely.
Okay. So then
I would even put like Maybell and them, even though I met them like later on in life.
Okay.
Like they're like very, very close. And
okay. Yeah. What defines a successful relationship?
Trust.
You trust me?
Mm-hmm. You trust me?
Yeah.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do.
You don't trust me.
I do trust you. I haven't gone through your phone in a decade.
Trust.
And if I do use it to go on like a browser, I open a browser, it's fucking tools or workout stuff. Yeah, I trust you. I think not ending up on Snapped.
Not being the same.
Keep evolving and keep changing with your partner.
No, not being the same as your partner.
Being different.
I don't feel like I've said this to other people too. Everybody says, "Oh, you guys are so different and everything," and I'm like, "Yeah, that's good." Like, if I could cook everything, why wouldn't need you to cook? If you could fix the cars and build things and control the kids and at every whim, you wouldn't need me to do any of that. If you don't need me for that, then you don't need me, right? Even if you have love, eventually you're not getting anything out of
because you're relationship. You're already getting that from you.
You're getting that, so you don't have that in a relationship. So someone you don't want to clean the bathroom, I have no problem. I'll clean the bathroom. I don't care. So I can do that. You don't have to do it.
And you don't want to do their hair.
I don't want to do their hair. You do their hair. I can't cook, but I can go on the roof and fix the chimney and do all that and do that stuff.
I think that people change like skin cells. I think what they say, you're a new person every 7 years. So I think if you I think people change. You're not the same person that you was when I met you in your mid-20s, and I'm not either.
Mhm.
And I think if you can change and y'all still fit throughout that change, then I think that's successful. Then you guys are successful. To be able to change who you are and still be, and still fit works. What kind of world do you want for our kids? That's a stupid question. I can't see the last slide. Let me take off this banner. Hide current ticker. Okay. What legacy do you want to leave? That's a good one. We're gonna skip the past one. What legacy? Let's end with this one. We're gonna end with this one, guys. What legacy do you want to leave on the world?
I don't care about the legacy I want to leave with my kids is to be good people. I want to die, and I want them to be.
You want to die?
Yeah, when I die.
When
I die, I want to die, and I want them to be there. And I want to know that they feel I was a good person, I was a good father, and that they are happy with the punishments I gave them, even whether
what punishments,
whether harsh or whatever,
we don't
and that it's still that they love you, right? You get upset at your kids, time out and all this.
Yeah, we do time out. We're gentle
and
parents.
That's now, but they're gonna get like more severe punishments throughout their lifetime, as far as scolding, talking to,
taking things away.
Me even feeling, and just the punishment of saying, I'm disappointed in you right now, could crush somebody, right? I'm not saying beating them or anything like that, but know that anything that I've said it with love, and that I love them, and that it was all in hopes to make them better people and to make them good people at the end. And I just want them to have that, and that'll be the legacy, and that they take that and carry it and give it to their kids.
Yeah. My legacy that I want to leave for them is gatekeep and protect your mental health at all costs. Don't be afraid to fail. Don't be afraid to try things. Yeah. Like how many little endeavors have I tried? The catering, the this. I went to beauty school. Like I've always just tried, and I have failed, right? Like I have, and I don't see failure as a bad thing. People hear failure as a bad thing. You're not going to know what you're good at unless you try. I'm never scared of trying. I'm never scared of taking risks. My mother is not a risk taker. I'm always a risk taker. I've always jumped 2 feet, just jumped right in. Like, even with this house, my mother was not supportive at first, only because she was worried. She loves us, and she was worried. And where we were living, our mortgage and maintenance was $1,200. So that could be sustained easily. Like we could work at fucking McDonald's or Target and come up with $1,200 a month, right? And then to jump to that to $3,500 a month now. She was very scared, but I was never scared to take risks. And she said, well, what if you can't pay your mortgage and you foreclose on the house? And I go, okay, we'll get an apartment. And she's like, we'll lose the house. Like it's okay to what happens if you lose the house? Nothing.
It'd be lost.
It just what am I going to die?
We gotta pay. We
gotta
pay the balance.
We pay it or we don't pay it. Like we lose it or we keep it. I'm not scared. I'm not scared of failing, and I'm not scared of being unsuccessful. And I that's what I want to leave. Like, don't be scared. Like if you want to go be an astronaut, go be an astronaut. You want to go to McDonald's and you want to work. You see, right now I'm washing lettuce, and soon I'm gonna be on fries. And then what he said, then I'll be a manager, and that's when the big bucks start coming in. Like if you want to fucking wash lettuce and work your way up, or don't, that's fine. if you want to just take a risk and bet it all on black, then fine. My thing is always have a backup plan. And I think that's why I'm not scared, because I always have a backup plan, and I always am, and you make me more comfortable with doing these things, because I know your personality is you'll always find a way to make
Do
money,
something.
to do something and make money. Like, you're not one of those guys who's scared to shovel shit for their kids. You know, like if you had to go get a job emptying porta potties, yet your pride is not going to keep you from doing that. And that's what I admire. Okay, so we're going to skip this one because it is almost 3 hours, and we're going to go to the conclusion. Oh my God, I missed a lot of slides. Oh, let's do your interests. So Eli's interest, let them know what you are interested in and how it will be used as future content. I really wanted to bring you in to my world and really showcase you, because I think you have a lot of talents. And so what would you like to be your introduction? What do you want to start with? We really don't have the car. So he was interested in cars, and I think this is a really funny picture because that's pretty much how he looked, like really in there.
Especially with my truck.
Yeah. You had to really
my
lean
truck
over.
sat up so high, I had
Yeah.
to crawl into the engine bay to do anything on the,
Yeah.
on the work.
I don't think you're a gamer like that, where you could be on like
Twitch. No.
and make. So I think
I could play for a couple hours here and there.
Yeah,
and
I
keep
think-
dying and starting over.
yeah, I think the weightlifting and bodybuilding might be your
Yeah.
introduction to it. So Eli will be having some, you want to do product review, you're going to do product reviews first, or even like just what you do in the garage.
Yeah. I want to do some product reviews and maybe even like
And suggestions that you
suggestions,
have.
make your own weights kind of thing.
Yeah. So
I don't look like much, but I'm knowledgeable.
yeah, you look like some. Show the
so-
people. Show the people. Hold on, let me do full screen.
I'm so skinny right now.
Show the people. Show the people.
With my bicep.
Yeah, show the. They can't see. Oh yeah, that's looking like something.
That's not big.
You want to see mine? Woo!
Shut up. No,
So we'll do that, and I think that's good, and I think it'll keep you accountable too. It'll make you work out.
Probably, right?
If we put a set time, and
got a video
Yeah.
every 2 weeks.
you're gonna have to do it. Accountability, guys. So the wrap up. This is us. This first picture is the kids at their first birthday party. I'm showing them so y'all know what they look like, but that's not what they look like now. You see how yellow they are? People, I'm sorry, Mama Africa.
You're stupid.
So that was them at their first birthday party. That was them at his second job since they were born, a Christmas party, and that was us at our friend's wedding. You could really see the weight difference in me. Like, I was like, this picture, the wedding picture, just me and him, I was 320 pounds. And 320 was my highest. And actually I gained the weight after I had the kid. Like the majority of weight I gained after I had the kids. So yeah, those are our yellow biracial babies. What are you looking at? Them kids?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he likes them. He likes them a lot.
I liked her back then. She
Oh,
used to love me so much.
yeah, she was a real daddy's girl at one point. They both were into you.
Yeah,
at one
but
point.
he wouldn't fall asleep unless he was on top of me.
Thank you for being my first guest and supporting
Mm.
me. Thank you guys, the playback crew, right? Because I hope y'all watching in the playback. And thanks. Next week is my friend Ronald, and that should be a hoop. Good night, everybody. Say bye to the people.
Bye, people.